We should be live. It's our first stream, just double checking with you guys that you can see everything.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. So, hello folks. Thank you for tuning in and attending Low Art Lyceum. We are your professors. I'm Ellie.
My name is Ray.
And I'm DJ.
And we're here to take you on a journey through the game We Happy Few in all of its wonderful complexity. I haven't played this game actually in a hot minute, and so it's going to probably be a little bit of a relearning curve for me. Starting all the way back with Act 1 with Arthur. We're going to be doing it at normal difficulty, not going too easy, not torturing ourselves. We do have, yeah.
with how the combat can be.
Right, yeah, like this game has a lot of strengths. Combat is not one of them. There's a reason that they hired on people specifically for that for South of Midnight. But yeah, we're gonna hop right into it, all the way back to the beginning.
And thanks everyone for your patience with the technical difficulties.
Yes.
We will not be streaming on Twitch in the future.
No.
This is a one-time only feature.
Yeah, it's complicated over here. Oh, I love the redaction sequence, because they throw this at you and they give you no context for anything.
I'm like trying to read these as quick as possible.
And it doesn't even matter because like you get in there.
Heavens no.
These choices don't make it. They give you no context for anything, and then they ask you to make choices, and they don't have any effect on anything at all.
Yeah. Well, there's only one choice at the beginning that has an effect, but it really is a end screen or no end screen.
Oh, God.
Right. I like the opening of this game because it was so strong that they opted to share it as the Big E3 trailer for 2016, I think, which is, I think, what generated a lot of buzz in the NSA for this game. What was your guys' first, introduction to the game?
I should just take my joy.
First impressions, where you first heard about it?
I had been following them since Contrast. So I saw, the very, very, very first... Oh, fuck it, go ahead and do it.
You saw them, yeah. That was your first impressions was literally the first impression they gave everybody. So
yeah, right before the trailer even had gameplay, because they were just they intended to make a survival crafty, Minecrafty kind of thing.
Yeah, my introduction
to
it.
Up.
Oh wait,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hold on. They were trying to make a Minecraft thing.
Not Minecraft specifically. I would say, I guess it's more akin to the forest or something like that, where you are surviving in a world and you have to the whole conformity thing is the thing that made it special. Mm-hmm. But aside from that, it was crafting and surviving and keeping yourself fed.
And you definitely see that still in the game to a degree, where you have a little bit of conflict between that intention for the game and then the narrative direction that it ultimately ended up going in.
So were you a backer on Kickstarter, DJ? Since you knew about them from Contrast,
No, I didn't have money back then, so...
Well, we're gonna real quick get the fast track ending.
Yeah, just to show it off.
Yeah.
Just because, some people might not have seen it, so...
Right. Happiness is a choice.
And Ellie, I cut you off. What was your introduction to the game?
My best friend had been playing it, and she kept talking about how much she liked the sneaking mechanics.
Interesting.
And that... There we go. All right, thank you everyone for coming to our stream of the game We Happy Few, a cinematic masterpiece.
It's easy, man. We didn't have to talk about anything.
Yeah, that's it. But just in case...
I feel like they give you this option because it feels like, in Far Cry, every game starts with like the bad guy telling you to wait for like 5 minutes, and if you actually do it, it cuts to there's like a little cutscene to reward you for it, and then it goes to the credits.
Like Stanley Parable-esque, I think. Like,
Yeah.
giving you the option to fuck yourself. Like,
I like when a game does that.
Yeah.
no, I do too.
For victory over communism.
You do your Bolshevik banging on at home.
You know, we don't get to see who the vegetable prize for the victory garden went to. It says continued on the next page.
There's a pretty good chance that it was never awarded.
Yeah.
Oh, heavens no.
No.
Oh, God.
It is very dangerous to put your hands outside the windows of the train.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! Where did you go? Arthur! Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
We're gonna
You should get your
remember.
cuticles did is what you should do.
Yeah. In this economy?
Oh, the graphics that Ellie did for
Percy.
the stream were fantastic.
Percy!
And
Thanks
the
for
art
joining us,
that
Ellie.
the art that you did for our little icons is also fantastic.
I'm really digging the way that they light up. I think you've done an excellent job on the graphics. I was happy to contribute the art. Like I said on the Reddit
What
post,
have you been
your
up to?
graphics made my art look
No
very
one's seen you
official.
for hours.
Victoria.
Nose to the grindstone, you know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your job?
Deirdre.
Of course not.
Oh, her
Stuck as a bug
eyes.
on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Because, you know,
Aha! The power cell's empty.
later...
What will you do?
I'll get a new one.
Later on, Sally talks about how joy makes your pupils teeny tiny, because she thinks sunshine does that same thing. And I think this scene is one of the only instances where you actually see somebody's eyes up close like that. That it's like right at the
That's
start.
interesting.
Yeah, you see those like
I-
teeny tiny
'Cause
pupils.
I'd always had beef with that aspect of the joy, the description of what joy actually does, because it's not. That's like the effect of a stimulant, not a depressant, which I think is what joy probably is.
Yeah.
It's also in like they couldn't like decide on it because they also have their How to Be Happy book, and it says the exact opposite. So like they couldn't they couldn't keep it consistent.
Yeah, well, and there's something really aesthetically pleasing about a town of people who walk around with like big, wide, empty eyes. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's more reflective of the tone they were going for.
Employee of the Year, Department of Archives, Recycling and Printing in the city of Wellington Wells.
He doesn't even seem happy about that, to be honest.
No.
Like, he's the Employee of the Year, and his life he's still
Oh,
miserable.
shoot.
He doesn't know that yet, though.
He's not aware of it.
It's
Is
just a
anyone
given that he's Employee of the Year.
Would you be able to
just a
find the
given.
doorknob?
Like,
or
who
should
else
I
is
tie a
doing
bright yellow ribbon on it?
Well, I mean, who else is doing there? Like, Clive is fucking around in his office, can't even keep the damn place clean. Prudence
So could you
is
just pretend
fucked
that
all
I
the
know
way
how to
off.
motivate
Yeah.
you?
I think Prue maybe she got
Hopkins
it
is in there
faster.
crying about a puddle in his office. Like, no, who else is working?
His office probably smells really bad too.
Victoria.
an
Victoria's
That's
working.
musty in there.
Would
That's
you
why
be
he
able
was
to
mad.
find
Like
the
that's what
doorknob?
like
Or
that's
should
what
I
I think
tie
it
a
is
bright
like
yellow ribbon on it?
he's fine. He's on his
Oh,
joy.
look at
It's
that
just that
thing.
the easier thing to do is for Victoria to send a doctor to shoot him up than to send a customer to fix it.
Love the bulldog statue.
Yeah,
Sorry,
grabbing that bird. All right. Let's restore power.
Are we going to talk about 22 short
Do you know I
stories,
used
etc.?
real butter in
Are we allowed to
Deirdre's
make reference
cake?
to that?
And that was the last-
I
Yeah, why
think
not?
I think it's good to make references to the good fanfic.
I think most people who show up are probably going to be familiar with it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I really
I
enjoy
love-
when y'all talk about things that were in the game and they actually weren't. They were just in my fic.
Yeah, yeah.
It should have been in the game. I love the bit. I love the. It's one of the first chapters in 22 where he's looking out the window and he's admiring the statue. Like,
Yeah,
I
Clive.
can tell that you went into the game or had screenshots, like, because you have a screenshot in that chapter as well, right?
I have screenshots in every chapter that I can reasonably have a screenshot for. A lot of the ones from like the Sinneslotion chapters, there's not really a lot of space for me to work in, so I don't have ones for those. But
Yeah.
We'll look out for each
our
other.
friend Amy
That's what
was
we'll do.
kind enough to illustrate a couple of them for me. So
Okay, we
Absolute innovator.
have Hastings Brothers win scrap gathering prize, June 4th, 1947. Percival and Arthur Hastings were surprise winners at the scrap drive. Arthur told the judges that his brother had a photographic memory. Percy knew exactly where all the old cars and prams and things were in the Garden District. Percival himself rarely speaks to strangers, apparently. The scrap will be melted down to be used to support the war effort against the Soviet Union, which is, by all reports, going splendidly. The brothers brought in a record 1,654 pounds of scrap steel, winning them a 50-pound victory against against communism bond. The second prize went to Alan Unwin, who brought in 315 pounds. That jump!
Guys, you did not have to go that hard.
I mean, it is
that's
too...
like that good Friends where Ross is trying to get the space quest, and like the other girl who had like the hot teenager sister.
The thing is, even if
Not,
you split
like,
that in
absolutely trounced
half,
him.
because it is 2-1, but even if you split that in half, they both brought in, like 826?
And Arthur's about
Or
this
something.
big, so like, realistically, how long did that take them?
Yeah. Oh, 827 each. Though really Percy probably did most
Carried
of that,
most of it,
let's
yeah.
be real. Yeah. Should we accept or censor? Are we being a
accept
good
it.
Are we being a good boy?
Oh, as far as favorite character, sorry, I'm reading chat. Sleepy says, anyone have any favorite characters? It's only the beginning, but you seem to know your characters. Like,
Oh.
these are gonna be like some whack answers, to be honest.
Oh man.
We're so deep in the game that it's not even like it's
mean,
not gonna be like, they're not gonna be normal answers.
Oh, that's a really hard question, actually.
Not for
For
me.
now, you should
Mine's
not
fa-
redact.
my
Yours
favorite
is
is Harry Hayworth, but
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
that I came up with, like,
Yeah. It's,
gonna
it's
accept
not
this.
fair when
Is
he's
built
your
on a
OC.
happy past.
Yeah, go ahead and accept that one.
Yeah. People can know about this good boy. Just
Well,
looking at his face makes
Look,
me
they
happy.
won a
boy that
victory
I
against
made, yeah.
communism.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's good.
You don't want to miss the pinata.
See, like I really do love Prudence.
Supposed to be coming back today.
I think she's
Another-
really,
Welcome back.
but
Cole.
also, oh well, no, that's hard.
It's hard because you can say like for every character that we really like that doesn't like show up in the game, it's hard to like justify.
Yeah.
Like you can't say Harry Hayworth is your favorite character. He's not in the video game.
Okay, actually, Gemma is one of my favorite characters, but also like Margaret Oliphant.
oh yeah, I love
Like,
the both of them
Margaret's
together,
the
like
the
as
two
a
of them,
dynamic.
yeah.
I think it's I think that's often the case with our favorite characters is that we have favorite dynamics.
Yeah, because like Verloc and Hayworth.
Yes,
That's
I was
peak.
gonna say that one as well. Yeah, that's
Good.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
extremely complicated. We'll get there when we get there. But
Yeah. I do think that in terms of like out of the main characters, I don't think I have necessarily a favorite because I like the way that they all kind of give a different perspective on the society. Like my favorite character is Wellington Wells.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you're leading up to the point that I was gonna make, which
The
is that,
ensemble
like,
cast.
Yeah.
it's not none of these characters could exist without each other.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Removing them from the context removes why I like them.
Yeah, like I do really find Ollie particularly interesting.
As far as the playable characters.
As far as playable characters, I think Ollie and Victoria do interest me just a little bit more because they're a little bit older and they lived more in the world before Joy and before this huge change. They're some of the older characters who have longer lives, and I tend to be more interested in characters that are older, just generally speaking. But there's also so much mess with Arthur and Sally, who are also characters
in a good way.
In a good way.
You know,
Oh,
positive
yeah.
connotations.
I think that, like, it really is that, like, all of the characters are kind of moderately terrible people, but that's part of what makes them such good characters, is that sort of moral complexity and ambiguity. Ooh, we've got General Bing clarifies registration procedure. Have you used Pears soap? May 7th, 1947, General Robert Bing, the municipal liaison to the Occupation Authority, appeared on Parade Street late last night to speak to a crowd of citizens urgently requesting clarification of the new child registration rule. As most Wellingtonians know by now, all children who will be under the age of 13 by July 22nd must be registered with the authority. General Bing clarified that the deadline for registration is next Thursday. He refused to speculate on the rationale for the rationale for the registration regulation. I cannot illuminate the regulation any further because Colonel von Stauffenberg has not informed me of its purpose, stated the general. I imagine and hope that it has something to do with maintaining nutrition for our growing children in the time of scarcity, but the OA have not told me so explicitly. He reminded the crowd that the occupation has so far been extraordinarily orderly and peaceful, and that citizens' continued obedience to legal orders of the OA is crucial to maintaining goodwill with our visiting... Continued on page 15. Let's see. It
Okay, so what do we think is in Cheshire's Curiosity Pop?
What?
If you're out of milk, give him Cheshire's Curiosity Pop. Sorry.
We know it's good.
It's good.
Look at that child's eyes.
Terrifying.
He's smiling.
We gotta get rid of this article.
Yeah, we can't have them
even-
thinking about Cheshire's Curiosity Pop.
No, you're so right.
Can't get him. They can't.
No! Arthur, you censored the wrong thing!
Sleepy says, that's so valid, oh my god, my favorite character is James. He's voiced by a bloke named Joe Sims, which is relevant because he's from Bristol like me, which only makes me more biased. That's adorable. James's overall attitude towards things is really funny.
Yeah.
I love the DLCs.
That means you're staying up late to hang out with us.
Ooh, drug trials, a qualified success, says Sir Robert. 3rd March 1952, the first round of trials of a new anti-melancholic medication have been qualified success, stated Dr. Alexander Gross, acting head of the Melancholia Studies Laboratory at the Royal Victoria Hospital. The drug reduced melancholic feelings in 28 out of 30 despondent rats over a 20-day period. Despondency can be induced in rats by repeatedly giving them electrical shocks. Despondent rats take up to twice as long to navigate a maze. After administration of the drug, previously despondent rats regained up to 50% of their navigation speeds before administration of the shocks, stated Dr. Gross. The drug now has been tested in human volunteers. Citizens who wish to apply as potential volunteer, there is already a waiting list, can do so at the Royal Victoria. I should have put in V-meat. He hates vegetables, Stu.
That's just average man behavior, honestly.
Just
I'm
don't
actually
scare
really
me.
curious about the map of the U.S. up there. Like, the first time I played this game, I never, like,
Oh yeah, it's
I'm not sure what that's for, but
that's real
very
blurry.
interesting.
That's
It probably
troubling.
doesn't mean anything, but, you know.
Yeah,
This is good. We should keep this. This is, you know, this is news of, you know, this is Joy history. We should preserve that.
absolutely.
Yeah, Sleepy, don't feel like you need to stay up. This will be the VOD.
This
should
ain't
still
going
be
anywhere.
here. Yeah.
Yes.
The VOD should still be here, and it's going up on YouTube. So we had difficulties because none of us were familiar with YouTube streaming until recently.
Yeah, apparently they make you wait 24 hours after you declare that you would like to stream for the first time, which is... We're like 3 hours short, so...
Yeah. All right. Let's take that power cell. That seems useful.
Yeah. That's handy. What's the other thing? What's the thing on the right hand of his desk? Is that like a calculator or a scale?
That looks like a scale.
What do we think
Yeah, I
this is
think
for?
it's a scale. It's like a postal scale.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
What is he weighing?
Oh,
Wrong
wait a
answer.
minute.
His
it
conscience.
it might be it might be like an intercom because it says
It could
facilitator
be.
on it.
Oh, that
Do you
makes
think
more
there's
sense.
actually
I was like,
words
what does
on
he need a
these that
scale
can be
for?
read?
If you ghost, you can get in there real close to it, and those papers
Hey.
are really difficult to read. But you can read the sub. You can read the title, like the headlines.
The headlines.
New
yeah.
greetings
PSA:
coming
you should
soon.
install console commands on this game if you haven't already. Get you.
Yeah,
I mean,
get
it's
you an
fun
out of
because
the
this
box
is how
level.
I take all my photos for my chapter headings, but it's also like how I get in, take really nice pictures of things up close,
But yeah,
find out what things say, which you wouldn't be able to tell because you can't like squat close enough to them otherwise.
And there's new greetings coming soon.
Yeah,
So that's
very
good news.
important news. Look at the design on this place.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, with like the
That's
curve
kind of my
here
favorite
that goes
blog.
around. All right,
That's
what's...
the icon of my favorite blog, and Posterum Cum Gaudio.
Oh, I love that blog too.
It's a pretty great blog. Someone cool probably runs that, huh?
Yeah, someone pretty also.
Yeah. The room with a view. Look at that. This tall, tall tower.
I appreciate that the blinds are partially closed.
Well,
doesn't wanna
because
see it
this
like
this isn't actually the parade. It's like a little mock-up of just the part that you need to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you ghost out of there, you will see that there's not a lot of parade out there actually.
No.
New greetings coming soon. Let's see. Got a light here. What books are you reading, buddy? Pride and Jane Austen, Jane Austen. All Jane Austens. That's nice and uncontroversial, actually. Well, sort of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just controversial enough to be compelling for the citizens of Wellington Wells. They're very into
Municipal
like
regulations.
they're very into double entendre. They're very into
Whoop.
like
Okay, Arthur.
saying things without saying them. Yeah, celebrations planned for Joy Anniversary as well.
More municipal regulations. All right, should we go out into the big world?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we gotta learn about the tube and
Anyone who's here for gameplay, this is about the pace we're going to be going for at least a little while.
2 p.m.
There's gonna be a big period in the
Do you
middle
think
where
the
there's not gonna be
canister
anything to
wonders
talk
what
about.
life's like
Oh.
outside the tube?
This.
Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get
Yeah,
out.
I love it. Yeah, this is really impressive when
break
you're
it
first
for
starting up the
everybody.
game. You're like, oh wow, I bet there's gonna be like a lot of places like this in the game where there's like a lot of moving parts and stuff, and it's mostly not like that at all.
Also, that line, Arthur foreshadowing his entire act.
No.
did he say the line?
Yeah.
Oh, you should maybe turn the subtitles on.
Ask about that earlier, but then I forgot about it. We got on to talk.
That way, you know, when we're talking over him and he says the line
Oh,
before yapping.
Yeah, because
Medium.
we're not watching.
Should we do
with sound,
medium
yeah.
outlined, large outlined?
Whatever makes you happy.
Let's see how medium turns out, and if we need to make them bigger or smaller, we can. Yeah, he said his line about how, wonder if the tube ever wonders. The
Yeah.
canister ever wonders what it's like outside the tube, but he'd have to break it to get out, and that would ruin it for everyone.
It's a metaphor.
In this game?
No.
Clive Birth Whistle.
You know, there's like 6 copies
You're
of
off at the party, aren't you?
something in there. Pride and Prejudice, I think.
And know how to pick up fair maidens.
A letter from
No
Miss
wonder Arthur
Bing.
has no riz.
Oh, look, Miss Bing has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birtwistle, it is so thoughtful of you to suggest how best to rearrange the department. I am always grateful for suggestions from junior staff of how best to do my job as director. However, I am afraid that it would be destabilizing to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you couldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop another Joy. You'll feel the sunshine on your face, whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Bing, Director. Take that, Clive, you little shit.
I don't think that was in the letter.
I think these first 3 letters that he picks up are like the only ones where he editorializes in them.
Yeah, Sally editorializes all the time, but Arthur does not. Like,
Oh,
you're
we
just
got-
reading that.
oh,
whatever
he's
it
a
is
Roman
canonically.
Empire guy. Brave New World, Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire was Clive's Roman Empire.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of makes sense because he's also the White Rose Pretender, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, scrap of paper.
He thinks he's got a
And-
claim to the claim to the crown.
Here's a letter in what I'm almost positive is Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Dr. Bing, one of your employees is
Rector Bing.
subversive and may even be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks that his job redacting old articles is silly. And what's so scary about the truth? He is a very tall and slim with black hair and brown eyes and glasses. I know I should have asked his name, but I am a naturally shy woman and there it leaves off. A shy woman, are you, Clive? Or just a nasty, manipulative schemer?
That little
Thanks for
shit.
redacting
I
old
like that
articles.
this
It's
is
silly.
I like that description of Arthur that makes it sound like the beginning of a bad fan fiction. Like, he was tall and slim, with black hair and big glasses.
Black orbs.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's fuck up Clive's work.
Yeah, yeah.
Miss Bing thinks of your work now, Clive.
We must. This is British subterfuge. If I
Yeah.
remember. You know.
Farm workers expected to return from Germany. With the last harvests in and frost painting the valleys of Thurigan, Wellington Wells, 192 volunteer farm workers are expected to return home within the next 2 weeks, states Sir Robert Bing. Each highly paid and well-fed volunteer worker replaces one German soldier heroically fighting communism on the Eastern Front. Unemployed men of Wellington Wells who are interested in volunteering for work in Germany in the spring should contact Hauptmann Werner Erhardt at his office at Waterloo House. Let's see.
This is good. You know, this is good news. We should keep this.
That's kind of interesting too, in that that means he has his office at Victoria's house. Basically, he's there commandeering her house,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is we have like the
occupying it. You might say.
That we literally have an amendment about this in our constitution about how we don't have to board soldiers. So
Yeah.
Oh look, we can't
They
tell
don't have
nobody
that
nothing
here.
about nothing
Let's see.
anymore.
Is this should we how would we mess up Clive? Should we
this is
Prove
good
it.
news.
approve? Yeah.
Right.
We love
This
talking
is
about
good,
the war.
yeah, because these guys are well fed, and maybe they want to go volunteer in Germany. You don't know.
Yeah, we love talking about the
Only-
war and people
only
going to Germany.
An article that's like 20 years old or something.
Yeah. Ooh, taxi service restored on 3 wheels.
Yes,
June
sir.
7th,
Brill.
1952. Wellington Wells once again has taxi service. Bicycle taxi, that is. The enterprising young Nigel Hemmingford is now carrying paying passengers along Parade Street. He is also willing to take up to 2 customers at a time anywhere in Wellington Wells. Mr. Hemmingford, 17, built his taxi out of 2 bicycles with the assistance of his father, Edmund Hemmingford, known locally as the Wicker Man, for his mastery of the art of crafting wicker. The seating of Mr. Hemmingford, the younger's bicycle rickshaw, as he likes to call it, takes its inspiration, according to Mr. Hemmingford the elder, from Roman racing chariots. Contrary to what you've seen in the old movies, these had to be as lightweight as possible, yet sturdy. Ooh, I think we need to censor that.
Yeah, this is like how many people are out there riding bicycles? People are gonna get jealous.
Yeah. Also, Roman racing chariots.
Yeah. I never even noticed that. Yeah. The Roman Empire guy.
Yeah, of course he would want to approve Roman racing chariots. English girls, welcome.
Chunk noise.
What that? Is that one of the devs?
Oh, you know it. I'm not. I can't say this for sure, but like anytime there's a picture of somebody in a video game, it's one of the devs.
Yeah. Kensington Meadows Boat Club. Wellington Wells Under reopens. May 12, 1944. Thanks to the heroic efforts of Colonel von Stauffenberg's efficient mechanics, the Wellington Under will restore limited service. The following stations will be served from 1 hour under curfew ends to 1 hour before curfew begins. Waterloo, Minorca City Hall, Trafalgar, Thermae, thank you. Thermae, Victoria. Tickets are 1 shilling 6 for the aged. Details are available at the stations during operating hours. Trains.
Why does service start before curfew begins? Wait, oh, okay, I misread that. All right, never
From
mind.
1 hour after curfew to 1 hour before.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking.
Why 1 hour after?
I think we need to approve
home.
this.
It's
good news. It's good news. It's talking about trains.
And it's also still in
And it has
operation
trains.
today.
Yeah.
Still in operation. Can anyone see that you're getting the achievements for this? Is there actually an achievement for messing up Clive's stuff?
I think I already got it, if there is.
Oh, that makes sense. Anything with trains in it, like this video game.
Yeah. Oh!
Which has a train.
Arthur Hastings, Employee of the Month. That handsome devil.
It has a train but no engine, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
Girl, I know you're obsessed with him. Take it down.
This is what's inside of his twisted fantasy.
I had to be like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's that Hark a Vagrant comic where he's like mine rival, and he has like a picture of his rival on the pillow next to him.
When you don't have an Employee of the Month plaque, so you make a
when
plaque to your god instead.
Has anybody nailed down that font? That font is crazy.
It might be hand lettered.
It could be.
It looks hand lettered. Because like the S's are different and the...
Weirdly,
The
it
O's
suits
are
all of the
slightly
games
off.
that they've made so far.
Yeah. and the
Yeah,
government's
yeah,
different.
it does.
Yeah. It's also possible they probably like made a custom font. Internet work. Clive. Bert's whistle. Prue.
Whatever happened to you, Prudence?
They also couldn't decide how they wanted to spell that guy's name.
Well,
Broodles! Oh, walk in real slow.
talk about a musty office.
Let's see, can we read
Everyone's
what's inside
office
the
except
cards?
Arthur smells like ass.
Oh wait, Arthur.
Well, you can
Arthur.
ghost in there.
Oh, hang on, these are all from Arthur.
Yes.
Bro.
Oh, these are all from Arthur.
You didn't know that?
No, I somehow had missed that all of these are from Arthur.
I did
Yeah,
not
yeah,
realize
they
they were
are.
all from Arthur either.
Oh,
Like, welcome
Arthur,
back.
that's
Oh, he's so pathetic. He's,
Okay, but also, he wrote these, but it's also that he forgot that he already left a
Yeah,
card, so
I
he
think-
kept
Uh-huh.
leaving more.
Yeah.
uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's such a
Arthur.
pathetic little meow meow.
He really is.
You're not coming back,
That's
are
so
you,
funny
Prue?
you didn't know that.
No, I somehow, like I said, every time I boot this game up, I learn something new.
Yeah.
You didn't know that either?
No. I somehow just had
Do
never
they all say
really
something different?
I
or is
had-
it all the same?
No, they all have like lorem ipsum in there, but they're all
Yeah.
signed by Arthur.
Yeah, all of them are by Arthur.
Oh, honey.
That's like one of the first bits of trivia about, that's why I'm shocked y'all both didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, somehow I missed
Sleepy,
that.
did you know this? Like, are we just dumb? Like,
No, it's just like it. When people are throwing a trivia around about the game, that's one of the first things they mention is that all those cards have Arthur's signature in them.
Best
head.
attitude at the Double Dutch competition.
when you can't win Employee of the Year, so you're the winner of the best attitude.
Yeah, and the Simons, in the annual Double Dutch competition, she had the best attitude, but she was the grand prize winner for Simon Says team tournament.
They should have animations for them playing jump rope. Like, it wouldn't be that hard.
They don't have jump rope, but they have hopscotch and patty cake.
Yeah.
Bolshevism Against Europe Gala a Smash! August 22nd, 1945. The new and exciting exposition, Bolshevism Against Europe, had its sparkling gala at City Hall last night. 88 invited the luminaries, including the new Queen of Wellington Wells stage, Jane Morris, as well as the members of the executive committee and, of course, Sir Robert Byng and his eye-catching daughter, Victoria, attended the glamorous function. The exhibition is now open to the public. Bolshevism Against Europe mounted the Wellington Wells Committee for Anti-Communist Action, uncovers the secret history of the Bolshevik movement before its takeover of Russia, the murder of the Tsar, and the creation of the Soviet Union. It traces the hidden connections between the Soviet Union, the British Labour Party, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Freemasons. Finally, it reveals the insidious perfidy of the communist fellow travelers, even now within our own society. Visitors will learn how to be on the alert for communist conspiracies and propaganda. The exhibition, which is free to the public, will continue through November 15th.
How old is Victoria when this article is written? Because the article describes her as eye-catching, and I'm fairly certain she's like 10.
I think at this point, what year is this? 45?
45,
yeah.
She would have been, I want to say, 14, 15.
She's like
Oh,
a young
okay.
teenager.
She's older than I think she is.
Yeah, I think she's probably around this time, at that age where it's like...
She's not an adult
weird,
yet,
yeah.
but she's getting to that age where, like...
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's about the age
she's
people
getting to
start
that
doing
age
that.
when men start being weird about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was a lot younger. I thought she was like 10, and I was like, I'm not totally sure.
No, she's
About the wording
about,
here.
I think she's 14 when all the kids are leaving, so...
And they leave what year?
40... Is it 45 or 47?
You know, I have a timeline somewhere.
Yeah. I used to have
Everyone's
a timeline.
independently keeping their
I
own
lost it at
timeline.
one point.
Yeah, I got annoyed that the timeline on the wiki wasn't correct, and so it was mostly correct, but I got annoyed at things, and so I make my own timelines.
No, I did that one time too, and I went through all the notes and like documented everything that had a date attached to it.
And I'm
And then from there,
over
you
here.
can
It's like,
fill in the things that have to happen at this point, but before this other thing.
yeah.
and I'm over here asking the difficult questions anyway. I know that like some things are not 100% nailed down.
Yeah, there are some things that have some inconsistencies.
Bolshevism
Oh,
against
that's
Europe
right.
is good. 'Cause,
Oh, that's my wrong
we need to
timeline.
inform people to be on the lookout for
Yeah.
communist conspiracies.
Oh, from my
This is
game
all
events
students, so
timeline.
we want to do this correctly. We want to reflect well on her.
Yeah.
I think we keep this one. I'm actually not 100% sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Oh, look at her. With her mom or grandma or something.
Pretty sure that's her mom.
Yeah, probably. Oh, your baby weight
got a nice
in
hat.
tripe. Free!
Free!
Did you know that tripe is the perfect food for your perfect baby? It contains all the essential your baby to your local butchers. And
I enjoyed a
he'll,
lot of tripe
and
recently.
he'll give you your baby's weight in tripe. Free, courtesy of the English Tripe Guild. Eat tripe, grow strong.
Okay, what is tripe? Like, I know what it is like, you know, when you call something tripe, but
Get a load of this. Tripe is the edible lining of the stomach of a ruminant animal, such as a cow, a sheep, or a goat. So it's like haggis.
yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it is. Like,
Yeah.
Or rather, haggis is contained within tripe.
Yeah.
We can't be too into British food on this stream. We have a British viewer.
Yeah. Remember to turn
look
in
what-
your automotive. August 22nd, 1945. Colonel von Stauffenberg reminds citizens that all private automotives have been requisitioned by the municipal authorities on behalf of the Imperial German Army and must be turned in by October 2nd. Owners are to bring their vehicles, which must contain at least 1/4 full tank of petrol, to the train station. To reduce queues, vehicles with license plates ending in 1 and 2 may be turned in on Monday, 3 and 4 on Tuesday, 5 and 6 on Wednesday, 7 and 8 on Thursdays, and 9 and 0 on Fridays. A fine of £100 will be levied against the registered owner of any automotive not turned in by that date. The fine for an empty petrol tank is £10. Owners with a current municipal exemption, of course, are not required to participate.
I love the articles like this because they really take the time to highlight how organized and efficient the German machine was while occupying.
Oh, yeah.
Well, just like compared to like just how absolutely deteriorated all of the organization has become since then. It's you know, it's funny to imagine this place actually operating on some kind of efficiency schedule. We got to get rid of this.
But yes, yeah.
I love it, but it's gotta go.
It's got to go.
No, I like how they also, like, they always put a date on them so that you can see the span of what is happening.
And it's been a long time. Like, if you're paying attention to the date prior to this point, you're like, why am I reading
Margaret!
articles from, like, 15 years ago?
Share the meat! June 21st, 1947. While we are waiting for cattle stocks to recover across the bridge, remember to consume meat responsibly. Share your meat rations with your neighbor. Make stew out of bone, fat, and meat scraps. Margaret Worthing will open Battle of Flowers. Tuesday, July 2nd, 1946. Miss Margaret Worthing has been crowned the Junior Field Commander of the 1946 Battle of Flowers, which takes place this Sunday. She will lead the annual flower parade, accompanied by her father, Jack Worthing, former lead actor of the Will Kemp Traveling Players. She was crowned last night at the Garden Gala by 1945's Junior Field Commander Sally Boyle. Miss Worthing was selected, according to the organizers, because of her spectacular victory garden. We were all amazed at how many different varieties of exotic flowers she's grown, all while helping feed her family with her vegetables. The Battle of Flowers dates back to 1920, when participants in the flower parade decided to dismantle their floats and attack each other with blooms. The battle has become a traditional end to the flower parade. That's nice.
Is this actually, like, based on anything?
Yeah.
The like, Battle of Flowers is, like, a legitimate thing.
Yeah, I think if I remember the way that I read it, it's like, you know how, like, parade floats have flowers that are on it.
Around the base, yeah.
They basically just tear each other's floats apart and throw the flowers at each other.
That's hilarious.
The future is in our hands. They shall return. Little's dandelion and burdock. Visit your chemist today. Heal something. Police arrest 4 in breeder riot. 6th November, 1951. One man, Ranulph Alderley, and 3 unnamed women were arrested in what the police are calling another breeder riot Sunday night. The victim, Mrs. Anne McCutcheon, appears to be in stable condition, as is her husband, Mr. Cyril McCutcheon. There is no word yet on the condition of her baby, whose birth was not expected for another 2 months. The arresting officers, PC John Constable, stated, It is dangerous for women who are in a family way to strut their condition about. Frankly, it sets people off when decent folk are doing their level best to forget.
Is this Constable? John Constable?
Yes.
Ah! See, I'm
Yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm really good at this game.
That's Constable. And he's saying that it's dangerous for women who are in a family way to strut their condition about. And frankly, it sets people off when decent folk are doing their level best to forget.
I'm amazed that she got as far as she did through that pregnancy, to be honest with you. With
Yeah.
how people were acting.
What's kind of interesting too is that, like, in that time period, you would not be strutting your condition about.
No.
People found that very embarrassing because it basically tells, being pregnant is like saying, yeah, I went home and fucked my husband, which is not a thing that you would
Unless
want bandied about.
unless you were a newlywed, like you've been married for 9 months, and like, because then people want you to have a baby. But otherwise, like, if this is like your second kid or whatever, like, shut up, wear your frumpy little dress and go home, like.
No, leave me alone. I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No. Oh, hi, Arthur.
Yeah.
Hi, Arthur.
Oh, Hopkin.
I wish they hadn't taken that out because, like, that, like, I find it very easy to avoid doctors in the first place, but assuming you didn't, if they were still able to, like, shoot you up with joy like that, just all willy-nilly, it would be the trying to avoid taking joy mechanic would be a lot more difficult.
It would be very hard. Yeah, I definitely would have actually been hit with the joy multiple times because the doctors were the most difficult for me to. Like, it wasn't impossible, but like they would sneak up on me sometimes, and I would just like, if they could reach out, grab you, and hit you with joy.
You know how I end up taking joy most times in this game is because I'm like a furious thieving wind in the kitchen and I accidentally take a sip from the sink.
Yeah.
or you're going through your inventory and you just accidentally click the joy and take it.
Yeah, that because there's always like a delay on using it. Like you have to hold the button down.
Oh, that's true. You do have to hold it down. Yeah.
But you don't have to do that on the sink, which is why I always have like a little like tiny bit in my joy meter when I did not mean to do that.
Yeah.
Costumes do you think they had for what's his name, the actor?
They had the doctor one. They had like several for the thing where he's being various British people. I think they had like a kitchen one.
They have a sleeping one, don't they? Like they have like
yeah, they had pajamas. Yeah. Absolutely right.
The nighty-night ones are so cute.
Oh, and there's the little clown one with the hat that the Soviet members
and didn't do all of his shooting in like 2 days or something.
Yes.
Look at this with the little light dust motes.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
Yes. Oh.
It's never too late to have a happy past. I'm literally always saying this.
Truth has its place.
You're not having to veg. Some of you aren't even eating your potatoes.
Oh.
Imagine that. Bread is not
That's fun, because I don't think you have physics, like, the objects don't have physics that way, so that's an animation that is cued to play when you hit a certain trigger point.
Yeah. They've just been setting things up to catch so that they
ka-shunk right into the bucket. Yeah. But the bucket is full.
Oh, good. We're already getting into the ridiculous climbing physics here.
All right.
Wouldn't it be funny if you couldn't get down off that
there
desk,
you
though?
are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most
adorable
Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it.
And it would be the exact scenario in which I imagined that we may need the console and why I told you to enable it in the first place.
Hit it.
Harder. Hit it.
What if I hit Clive instead?
Smack it. Come on. What are you waiting
for?
He's got
his eyes never leave you.
He's got 2 kazoos and Victoria has 2 riding crops now.
Don't you worry about that.
Oh.
You are off your joy. Take one of mine.
She's so genuinely concerned.
The licking the fingers is the best part.
Full security. We've got a downer.
It really sells it, is what I mean.
Alright, Arthur. Let's go.
You're already disgusted, but then she does that and you're like, oh.
Right.
Just watch this for a bit.
Soothing.
Yeah. Wear your safety helmet and gloves at all times.
You're not wearing your safety helmet or gloves.
Yeah. Arthur's feeling a
We've
little
been here an hour and
bit
we're
rebellious today.
Oh!
Oh!
No, I know. I was gonna say, like, we haven't even left. We've been here an hour.
It's alright, we're almost
there. There will be a time during the middle of the game where there won't be that much to talk about. We'll just be walking around the Northern District, like...
We'll find all the talk. I'm not...
Yeah,
You say that, I don't think it's true.
Yeah, we'll be moving while we're doing it. We'll be walking and talking.
Forget him, there's no time.
Sleepy has to
have
go.
a good night.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging.
Yeah, thanks for showing up.
Please, yeah, it's been a blast.
And participating.
Yeah.
Happy is the country with no past. So yeah, this is the part where it's gotta load the whole world.
Yeah, we're compiling shaders. We're not compiling shaders, but like, you know.
And it's generating it for the first time for this save file as well.
Yeah.
Has
So
to
the
build that map,
longer it
so
takes,
so long.
that's how you know that it's gooder. Like,
Yeah.
the map's gonna be real juicy. I'm sending vibes for a good layout, something where everything's real close together.
Yeah. I got a game one time where
Christ, I thought those bastards chased me. There were bridges, weren't there? And tunnels. I'm pretty sure I'm not in the parade anymore. I don't even think I'm still in the village.
I had a playthrough once where it loaded the Au Courant directly across the street from Sally's. So Arthur's old desk, you could see Sally's through the
overlooking
window.
Sally's,
Yeah.
Sally's interplanetary
Yeah.
travel agency.
But he wouldn't have. She wouldn't have lived there when he worked there.
Nah.
Those bobbies seem to have locked me in. I suppose they were worried about the gas. Terribly
But it is
thoughtful
fun.
of
It's
them.
fun to imagine.
Somebody, if I'm not sure if it's coming through. Somebody's yelling outside my window.
Yeah, I can't hear it. You're good.
All right, good. Distribution node.
I guess they're distributing modally. I can answer my own questions. I was about to ask a dumb question and then outed myself by alluding to it.
Ooh, a sovereign.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you just gotta like look around for in here.
Yeah, you just need to use your eyeballs, unfortunately, which is
Well, no, I mean like because it's dark, you personally cannot see it, but it will highlight if you stick your pointer in the corners.
Ooh, the water closet. In pink.
it's for girls.
WC.
Fields?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wakey, 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 wakey.
I'm awake, man. I just had a cup of coffee. I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
That's how I was able to focus for an hour on a video game about not leaving your office.
All right. Prue. Oh,
No,
we,
Arthur
all
was
right.
like, oh
We've
my
got
god, it's her diary. Like he picked that up. He's like, oh my god, this is her diary, and then it's like
Yeah.
not actually. It doesn't
Oh,
contain any
first
juicy
we've got-
information.
Well, Arthur, you've gone and done it, haven't you? Not only rather spectacularly quit your job, but you're a downer now. The townsfolk will unleash the hounds, or if they would, we wouldn't have eaten them they would if we hadn't have eaten them 20 years ago. The wastrels do not seem terribly friendly. I hope they aren't
You
really
haven't even met a
cannibals.
wastrel yet.
Yeah. I hope they aren't really cannibals. Oh god, I'm one of them now, aren't I? I've got to get out of Wellington Wells. I've got to get over the bridge and off the islands, which means I've got to get back into the parade district, don't I? Which I was just chased out of. Brilliant. Question. What in dog's name were you thinking? Answer. Percy. I saw his picture from just before we put them all on the train. God, all that horrible grinding steel and the screams. He must hate me. Why did I tell the Jerrys I was already 13? They were only off by 10 days. Why didn't I keep my mouth shut and get on the train and go off to Germany with him like I promised him? I can't remember. But I promised him. That's got to mean something. I've got to go find Percy, wherever he is, and make sure he's okay. P.S. How long have we been eating rats?
How long has this been going on?
Great song.
Peru.
You haven't listened to that song in a minute. Go listen to it now.
Was this a mistake? It seemed so clever to disappear at first, rather than trying to brazen my way across the bridge. After enough joy, they'd forget they'd even ever known a Prudence Holmes. Beastly Clive would take my office, and they'd forget anyone else was ever in it. But now that I'm here, I wonder, should I have put my trust in Mr. Kite? And where are his bloody instructions? In the abandoned house. Yes, but which abandoned house? They're all abandoned. And how to deal with all these wastrels. My God, they look like something out of Dante. We'd chase someone out whenever they wouldn't take their joy, but we never really thought about where they went. I knew we'd chase them out when the joy made them sick, but I didn't know it was here, to starve and weep and remember. I assumed they were sent to a sanatorium, a decent hospital, but I suppose that's what I wanted to believe. We are all complicit. We know without knowing and don't want to remember, so we don't. My God, I can't wait to get to the mainland.
Prudence really did run off.
He says it's in
She
the
ran
abandoned
this
house,
way.
but it's the only house that's not
I wonder if I'll
abandoned.
see her again.
It was in his defense, it probably was abandoned when he wrote that.
Yeah. And then everyone went, well, it's free real estate.
Arthur, like, turning those pages over, trying to figure out on what page she's written who she likes, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
This is Prudence Hastings.
Yeah, right.
She's like, oh, Mrs. Prudence Bing.
No! He just throws the papers in a puddle.
He would totally see that and think that she has a crush on General Bing.
I mean, don't you have a...
That's funny.
Yeah. That is
Clever.
And that's why he gets so upset, like... when
Because
Sally's,
Sally's
like,
also...
obviously saying that- yeah.
He thinks that Bing is
Like,
stealing
"Oh,
all
that guy
his
gets all the
girl.
Yes. Arthur's
I think
tacit
there was
rivalry with
bobby
the
pins
general.
on the other desk too.
I think
sure
we're not
can.
going to be wanting for bobby pins.
Yeah. Look at this
All
map.
right.
All right.
And,
I love the maps in this game. I've asked DJ to go in and
remember
like
who
try
you're
and...
fighting for. XO, Miss Misty.
I've delivered on that several times.
Yeah. I love this pinup too, because that is not a British woman. That's like,
Yeah.
clearly. That's
strange.
clearly an American pinup.
4th October 1964. To Mr. Rupert Underhill, Station 4. From Jim Watt, Chief Engineer. Dear Rupert, are you quite certain Teddy's off his joy? Perhaps he merely forgot. You've got to look after your mates, man. Have you tried tying a string around his finger? That always helps me. Anyway, I can't reassign Teddy because I haven't got a replacement. All the juniors are off at Scargill. The subsidence, thank you. The subsidence has been serving all sorts of connections, and the modeling must flow. I really appreciate your sticking by your post. If we don't do our duty, who are we? But try the string around the finger. I feel certain you will manage the situation. All my best, Jimmy.
We only get to
feel
see this
certain.
guy for like a hot second, but he seems really like pleasant and like he's
I feel
trying
certain
his
you will
best
manage the
to fit
situation.
together.
Yeah.
He is about the infrastructure.
He's trying to hold it together.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Let's see, I think... Let's see, was there... I think I got all the bobby pins.
Oh, wait, go back. There was a sovereign. On the desk. Also, there's like, because we're watching the Twitch stream, instead of you streaming directly to us, there's like a 10-second delay,
Oh,
which is difficult to, give you directions.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be like, okay, stop. Like you're gonna have to like take.
There it
down
is,
the
found
info.
it.
Yeah. Just be like, it's over on the desk in the corner. Like, remember
Yeah.
where it is, and then share that information when you get
Yeah,
the
all the
opportunity.
desks are in the corner, though, is the problem.
Yeah. But I think I've gotten everything.
We don't get everything. It's okay. I'm gonna go on record saying that it's okay.
And there's more. Wait. Arthur, you fool.
I'll need some odds and bobs and bits of metal to make a lockpick.
And that's where we get to crafting. And
This is the only time they make you actually go in the menu to craft something like this.
yeah. Where the hell
Pretty
am
rude.
I? Somewhere under the garden district, I think. I suppose I won't know until I get topside. I need to find some way up and out. I'm going to need to make a lockpick for this door. Good thing the salamander and I spent the entire summer breaking into houses in the garden district. Possibly the best summer I ever had. She was a bad influence.
She really was.
She was the only time he ever took a risk in his life. You can't, like, if she was a bad influence, but, like, you know, what else does he have?
Yeah. Oh, I'm in my inventory. Here we go. There we go.
There we go. 3
Hey!
years of the salamander and me getting into constant trouble finally pay off.
Hey, buddy.
What happened to him? Or rather, who?
Don't mind if I do.
Rupert.
Well, nothing. Motiline, now with resublimated theomotiline. Empty syringe.
You will the future today.
I'll hack that in a moment. Ooh, here we go. September 18th. I look into the lights like the doctors ordered. I could swear I see shapes in them, there, moving around like shadows but made of light. And the shadows all around, always around the corner. He keeps turning the lights off, says he wants to save the bulbs. He's trying to make me think I'm going blind, isn't he? How he loves to feel superior. September 19th. Took 2 joys just so I could stand his ugly face. Why won't it work? He has swapped them out for something. Has he swapped them out for something? Paracetamol? Jelly beans? Jesus, why haven't we haven't had jelly beans since... Have we ever had jelly beans? September 20th. I hate when he talks in that slow, condescending voice like I'm a child. I'm not a child. Am I? I don't even know any children. Obviously. Jesus, what is wrong with my joy? September 22nd. There he is, scritching away in the corner. Scribble, 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 eh, Mr. Gibbon? And then the whoosh of the pneumatic tube. He's blaming it all on me, what happened, isn't he? He says it's his missus. I don't believe he's still got a missus. With his big mossy teeth, I bet she went on holiday long ago. Was I married once? How did it end? I get an awful feeling in my stomach. I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy remembering. Something is all fucked up about the joy, and he won't send me home. We've got to stay here. Duty. September 25th. I can hear him crunching in the dark. It isn't rats, it's his big mossy teeth. I lie awake and picture squeezing his throat till he turns the color of my carrots. He bloody well stole. He's plotting something.
My carrots.
Yeah. September 28th. Let him try to weasel out of this one. I saw him writing those lies. Reassign me, will he? Off my joy, am I? I'm bloody well tripling up and he knows it. October 6th. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. We've come to the end of our time. Oh. That's some pent-up anger.
It's
And it was
fun.
only
I
3
like
days
this show.
ago.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the body isn't rotting and stinking as much as it would be yet. Stash! Move all crafting items.
Ooh, my stash. What time does the calendar say? Wait, don't hit that yet.
Calendar.
It's like October 6th.
Well, some of them say October 6th, and some of them say, if you would point at the calendar.
Wednesday, September 2nd.
Second.
Yeah.
So it's been a while on that.
Who knows?
So, or that's just when they last remembered to change it.
Yeah, because I think you do have to do it manually.
Yeah.
That kind of thing has to be automatic. You're never going to get anybody to agree on what day
Well,
it is
I
around
know
here.
that, but like, why else would it be on Wednesday the 2nd when shit's going on otherwise?
Because this game isn't finished.
Alright. Promises.
Are they going to hurt us?
No one's going to hurt you, Percy. I promise.
But have they hurt the city?
I don't think they'll blow anything else up.
They
Why?
hurt the best character in the
Because we
game.
surrendered.
Yeah.
Hope.
What are we going to do, Arthur?
brothers. I'll look out for... We'll look out for each other.
Keep your eyes on the job. Don't go chasing after hussies.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Heck. Oh yeah, I forgot those things are one use. Oh! Hi! I forgot about him.
That's so funny.
Come to the end of
You
our
got hit
time.
with the only jump
We've
scare in the
come
game.
to the
It's
end of our
funny.
time. Cheer up, you bastard!
I guess technically the white Bobby
Yeah.
is a jump scare, but like
I was gonna say, like, the doctors
that
might
happens in a
count as a jump
cutscene. You can't
scare.
even respond to that.
Oh, oops.
Wet blanket!
That's the first fight I've won since primary school. Actually, I think it's the first fight I've been in since primary school.
Well, sorry, Theodore.
Teddy.
Here, I'm gonna...
Doesn't even have a carrot in his pocket.
Here, we'll put you all nice in bed. Good enough. And we're
Yeah.
gonna put you...
Whacking his head on the low bar. if your punches didn't kill him, that certainly did.
Oh. Let's see if I can...
See, this is why I don't believe that one guy who said he didn't. It wasn't that hard getting Julia Cheney out through that window.
Yeah. They're like, it wasn't even that hard. Okay.
What
I'm
you
pressing
can
X
do
to doubt.
is yeah, what you can do is carry stuff while you're ghosting. I
Here we
think,
go.
so.
Here we go. Yeah.
He's
Beautiful.
backwards, but it's okay.
It's
Look
fine.
at these two buddies.
He won't mind.
Sleepover pals.
Anyway, as we were... Oh, I will take that to make some clean bandages.
Look at this guy using bandages.
Look at you with constantly being one hit away from death when you play games.
On blast. We should have DJ play this game once, just to, you know, just to show everybody the difference.
I think people would enjoy the furious fucking efficiency of my gameplay.
Oh, you are efficient, if nothing else.
Too bad I don't have any other hatches to go to.
The most
just
efficient
yet.
writer you know.
Well, you know, in writing it is a good thing to be.
You
I'm
forgot
actually-
to go into the pipes. Or the vents. You climb up over
There
the
we
pile
go.
to have
That's
into
what I
the
was
vents.
looking for.
I've done that before too, don't worry about it.
Sovereign. Carrot. Man, do you think we should wakey wakey?
Nah.
Okay, yay. The grabbing mechanics in this game?
They're fascinating.
There's something else.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather them be this way than
Ooh,
be
a
missing
fresh
all the
carrot.
time.
Oh, and that one's
Was he
not open
storing them in the vents? That's really
I think
great.
so, yeah.
Well, when you come in here, when you first arrive
Oh,
in
yeah,
here
you
and
hear
you go
the
into the
noise.
bathroom,
Yeah, that's right,
you hear
that's
him go,
right.
"Oh," and then he skitters away.
Uh-huh.
See, I had
sitting
forgotten
there
that
eating.
because I'm not actually able to hear the sound, but I do remember that.
Would it be too much of an imposition to stream it to us while also streaming to everyone else?
I could probably do that. Hold up, folks.
You don't have to do it now.
We're doing a
managing.
little,
Nobody's here. Let's just do
Oh,
it.
that's fair. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's looking. Quick.
Right, alright, quick.
Because if you stream it to us and then everything's real time and then you can reply to things.
Nice. Yeah. Alright.
I figured that there was a reason you probably weren't, but... Because I've repeatedly been saying, like, Ellie knows what she's doing, but...
Oh, I'm so excited to be seeing things exactly as they happen.
I'm gonna try to lay it down. Yeah.
The bridge. I've got to get to the bridge. In the parade district, which I just got chased out of. Brilliant.
Actually, there's almost no
train
delay for
station.
me between the
If I
stream
can get
and
to the train station, I can just follow the old rail tunnel.
No, the
all way to
Discord
the
stream is
bridge.
almost imperceptible.
Nice if there was a map, wouldn't it? I suppose back
But
in those
Twitch
days
is
we
always
could
10
remember
seconds
where things
behind.
were.
Yeah.
They're perfectly lined up for me. Maybe refresh your stream.
Southwestern
No.
Oh. Not even anything on her
You
person.
say as you rifle through her pockets.
Let's see, there should be right around the corner. Oh, this is the wrong one.
What are you looking for?
A memory.
Oh, no, that one's
That's
in
the other
Let's
one.
Holm.
Yeah. Over. What was that I saw? What was that I saw?
It was a rock.
I need that.
You do.
Sure would be great if I could
Miss
find it
Bing
again.
always said I had a great future ahead of me.
Oh.
Probably said that to half the school when no one was listening.
He's so
Arthur
pathetic.
coming to terms with mediocrity.
Yeah.
It's funny because he's not even mediocre, but he's you know. He's convinced himself that he is. And in some ways he is, but like he could be really good if he just applied himself, which is something I guess I would write on his report card if I was Victoria.
Yeah. Surrender, Dorothy.
No, that movie with the shoes.
That's an American movie. Why is that in this British video game?
That's rough.
It was a big deal. Even the British saw it.
You know, for all of the references to like British pop culture in this game, no Oasis
I
references.
always wondered what happened to the letters. There was an awful lot of smoke.
She was such a bad influence. Got him picking locks and blowing up mailboxes.
That's just like good, clean British fun.
Oh, yeah. He did need to loosen up a bit.
That's hijinks. That could happen
I
anywhere.
am
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
for you, Percy. I
It's
haven't
like
got it all
Larrikin
figured
behavior.
out, but I will find
In
you.
Australian.
Maybe Percy is actually doing significantly better than you, Arthur.
Do you think Percy even realizes that what happened with Arthur was like
Berries.
intentional?
They grow all over the Garden District, don't they?
I don't think
Like,
I
so.
need these
Like, it would make it
Right?
doesn't
Like,
make
I was
sense
thinking
from-
about that, yeah.
because he didn't hear that conversation. He just knew he was getting dragged off and calling for him, and that Arthur was talking to, like, a police officer.
Yeah, he was being detained by the police potentially, which Percy doesn't like other people. I think he would automatically distrust the constables.
Way before
I
he
think
distrusted Arthur. Yeah.
Yes, oh, absolutely. I think that if Percy is still alive, this entire time he's just believed that Arthur was held, like, there was a mistake or something.
Yeah. Like, I like the idea, if Arthur ever, like, found Percy, I do like the idea of Arthur being totally guilt-ridden and apologizing, and
"Hey."
Percy is just like, oh, okay.
Arthur, you're alive.
Like Percy's just happy that his brother is alive. And then Arthur has to, like, come to terms with, like, whether he tells him or not.
He could tell him, and I don't think Percy would even care.
I think Percy would be like, we were kids. It was
Yeah.
scary times.
'Cause, like,
I understand. And
Percy,
honestly,
'cause
like,
we
my
were
life's been
Also,
pretty
I
good, so...
thrived in Germany because, like,
Right,
Germany's
yeah.
great for me.
That's what we should talk about, is how far our opinions of Percy, like, stray from what the fandom at large believes happened to him.
Here's the thing. I really do think that with how, like, that Germany at the time was treating people who were neurodivergent, I don't know if he would have done well initially, but, like, down the line, I could see him doing well.
Yeah, if you find your place, like, if you're useful to the state, particularly in Germany at the time, like,
people
as
somehow
long as
never
you're
notice Arthur when he's sitting down, unless they're already enraged at him.
It doesn't work at night for some reason, though.
Oh.
It's just good night because it's past curfew.
It's 'cause
Anyway, yeah,
Arthur
I think if Percy was able to find his place relatively quickly, he would have been, he would have slotted well into German society.
English. The little pinky. The sipping the tea. Repressed.
Yes.
I love that they didn't have to include this. This does nothing, but they needed 4 passives, so...
Swift runs quite fast, and I like how it's like a second place star. He's not first place, but he's not like the fastest runner ever, but he does.
Constable.
Yeah.
Officer Constable.
Unremarkable. Okay, this is something that I do feel like a lot of people forget about Arthur when writing him. Arthur is not a heartthrob. Arthur isn't... It's the kind of thing of, like, I can see why Sally thinks that he is hot. Sally has bad taste in men.
Yes. Arthur's like a British 7. Like,
yeah.
No, I think
he's an American
I think
3.
people.
Yeah,
I think people have a lot of trouble with almost every character in the game like that. Like, there's a very large valley between what they want these characters to be and who they actually are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that happens just when people are playing video games in general, because the player, feel remarkable and special, so you are naturally have to project you're projecting your self-perception onto the player, but Arthur's just some guy.
That's kind of his whole thing, is that he is just a guy. He's rather unremarkable.
Wait, turn around. Go back that way. Go back into the... Alright, turn the other way. Yes.
Looking out over
Go get
the
your
water.
dig spot.
Oh.
No. The other way, yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Roll the path. There you go.
Oh, there it is. Alright.
Starved.
Maybe there's food in
Ooh,
this
pocket
hallway.
expansion.
Ooh.
Now that is
That's a good find, actually. We love a pocket expansion.
Yeah, let's see. We can eat some...
It's a fanny pack, but they don't call it that there, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
Arthur is a fanny pack.
Oh, I don't have stuff to make clean bandages. Alright. Eat less bread.
EJ making sure you're getting everything that's coming to you.
Ooh, head boys rank. Plow boys wank.
It's true. Tunnel snakes rule.
Yes.
That's us, and we rule.
Alright. Oh, here we go.
Tea party.
Just take everything,
Do you know
Arthur.
the cat statue they actually made for contrast first?
I didn't.
That makes
But that makes a lot of
sense.
sense. Ooh, that's alright. Nanny's tea party. Do come in your finery. Remember your manners. And
Hankies
let's
up.
see. I'm clicking on all the wrong things. All right, we have Wellington on your point of departure. How am I going to get out of Wellington Wells? The bridge to the mainland is in the parade district. I've rather outworn my welcome there. Wait, I can just follow the train tracks from Wellington Wells station all the way up to the bridge. Can't I? I just have to get to the train station and walk right out of town. Right? Oh, Arthur. You got a big storm coming.
A rose
Nah,
of Gilead.
easy peasy, lemon
Percy
squeezy.
told me about these.
It's easy
They're
with
good for
squeezy.
wounds and things.
Oh, I love that it's easy with squeezy. We tried to figure out like what the origin of easy peasy lemon squeezy is, and the
Yeah.
closest we got was that there was some dish soap in like the 50s or 60s called Squeezy, and it was lemon scented, and their tagline was "It's easy with squeezy."
Ah!
I have such a hard time like writing. I was writing today for, you know, reasons, and like my my writing flow state is so easy to interrupt because I used the word pesky, and then I was like, I wonder what the origin of that is, and then I spent like 5 minutes like looking up the etymology and origin of the word pesky.
And
It's from pesty. It's from like, you know,
Well, that's what I
things which
thought.
are annoying. But it's also apparently very particular to New England. It's you know, it would be a word
well,
that
not
I
too
as a
particular if
Midwesterner-
it's in rail and wire.
Well, it I do think like, you know, I think Illinois is far enough. Like it's Midwest, but it's technically like East Midwest,
On the
you know what I mean?
precipice of the.
Yeah. We're cosmopolitan enough to almost be New Englanders, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
But as a modern Midwesterner, I would almost never say the word pesky, although I'm familiar with it.
Oh, this house here. Okay, I think that this is one of the really strong pieces of environmental storytelling in this game.
It's also. It is, but it also like kind of gives you a lot.
I think the beginning of this game gives you a lot, so it's probably
Yeah.
fair that this piece
It's
of
very
environment-
designed, yes.
Yes. Like, I remember when I first started playing this game, I didn't know what was going on with anything, and this part really... Like, it very strongly says, what's going on. But I think in a
if
way
you
that
haven't
doesn't...
clued in now, if you haven't been reading along, this will be the thing that's like,
I
oh,
couldn't
okay,
remember their
like
faces.
something happened with the
Well, I couldn't
babies.
stand remembering them.
Of course, to us, it's second nature. We've been steeping ourselves in this game,
Yeah.
marinating in it.
Oh, and like the mannequins and the beds.
I think there was a guy on the Reddit who found out that if you came back here and took
God.
histoplasma, the mannequins would have like makeup on them.
Ooh.
Makes sense. They're
Like
all
glow
fit
paint
out
makeup,
here.
though.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, it might
That
be...
doesn't sound intentional, but it could just be a thing with mannequins. Like if that might just be a thing that happens with mannequins.
That would be interesting to kind of do a little experiment with. Do that here, and then also maybe...
In Nick's lair.
Yeah.
Where you'd have to do it.
Because that one's more convenient because they give you histoplasma right there.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't have a reason to take it unless you were just like,
No,
"Oh,
that's why it's
yeah."
funny because like when I play, I do it so efficiently. I don't take my histoplasma just all willy nilly.
The girl's spoon
But
wouldn't eat her
we're
porridge,
doing
so
the
I sent her
science.
to bed without supper.
Oh no, no supper in the garden district.
Not the girl spoon.
No supper for the mannequin in the garden district. You get there, Arthur? Alright.
This game taught me more verses to London bridges falling down than I even cared to know.
A toy tea set. Funny, Percy never played with toys. He didn't like anything that wasn't really the thing it was supposed to be. A toy tea set.
Yes.
Funny, Percy never played with toys.
Do they
He
teach
didn't
you
like anything
more
that wasn't really
versus
the
the
thing it was
London
supposed
Bridge?
to be.
Because
Everything
I don't remember
is
that,
like
but I do
alright,
remember learning
nighty-night,
that,
nighty-night. Yeah. Victoria sings
Oh,
them in her little bit when she's all tied up.
Mechanical bits.
Locked. Aha, but I remember how to make a lockpick.
You sure do.
thinking
Arthur.
of like their national anthem when Peter Thump is climbed up on that pole and Thomas Horner's trying to get him in the Jubilator.
Yeah.
You give him enough time, he's got like 4 or 5 verses.
We could watch the whole thing. We can make the
when
stream
we get there,
the
yeah.
whole thing.
Whoop. Oh gosh, the grab
Yeah,
mechanics. on this
I
game.
do know more to God Save the Queen or God
Yes.
Save the King, I guess, than I ever cared to know.
Nice.
Also,
There's a few more in the Garden District, aren't there? I ought to fill up a canteen or two, shouldn't I?
does the title of the song change like canonically based on the monarch?
Yes.
So now it's God
Okay.
Save the King.
It has to
Yeah.
be God Save
Yeah.
the King.
Is this what we've come to?
That's fun. That's like an instance of retroactive like redacting in a way. Like culturally, we have to agree that it's God Save the King now.
They had to change it with Queen Elizabeth, and then like once they had already had that precedent, they were like, all right, well, fuck
This
it,
ought
we'll
to be
just change it
pretty
whenever it
plain,
changes.
unlike in the village
That's
where
fun,
they spark it
though.
with joy.
Yeah.
Oh, the way that Arthur, when he's looting bodies and beating people up, he's like, "Oh, is this what we've come to as a society?" As he's the one doing it.
No, I love that about
which
him.
really it speaks to this deeper ability to have like very acute cognitive dissonance, which is what made him so good at working in censorship.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, you know, now we see the violence inherent in the system as he's inflicting the violence
inherent in the
individually on
system.
another person.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's really a huge
if you
part
talk
of
to
Arthur's
this guy
character.
now rather than later, he will have an additional line.
Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, buddy.
Nice suit.
Thank you. My uncle bought it for me last Christmas.
Anxious to get back home to the village?
Well, I live in the parade.
You won't get past that door. Not without one of them disposable electrical cars that all the bobbies have. And a power cell.
Know where I could mug a bobby?
You're a brave one, aren't you? No. I'll trade you one.
Don't you want to go back home?
Home to all those bastards who chased me out of my house. When they all catch the plague and die, then I'll go back. There's
Ooh.
something I want a whole lot more. Those bastards in
I
that
will be
camp
right back.
over there, with the helmets and the proper weapons. They took something from me. You get them back from me, I'll give you my card.
Sounds quite dangerous, isn't it?
Of course it's bloody dangerous. That's why I'm paying you. Come and find me in that sort of hamlet over there. We'll trade.
All right. Well, what are they?
Me medals. From the war. I won the DSO at Dunkirk and the Victoria Cross at Ramsgate. Those bastards. They thought it was funny that I still had them. Fucking funny they thought it was. No, I only need a power cell to fire this thing up. Hooligans stole most of those too.
Right. Well, I'll see what I can do. Well, off I go to a camp of robbers.
Oh, look at him
I
go.
can defeat them with my rapier-sharp wit.
I do like when NPCs like just hustle
Oh
off.
my gosh, he's still going. That's why Arthur's number 2.
Yeah, but he'll never be
Oh,
as
wait,
fast
oh,
as
wait.
an NPC getting out of sight.
Hey, buddy.
I love this game.
He's just getting in his oh,
Well,
bye. I wonder if, wait, I'm gonna wait here and see if he comes back again.
yeah, just see if he comes back.
Yeah.
What a video game.
Yeah, Dad left to get milk.
Yeah. And then he came back because he forgot his keys.
I think he might have despawned.
Yeah,
I think
my
what he was. I
suspicion
think
is,
he accidentally ran the wrong direction, And so
My
he
suspicion
loops.
is that he has to get out of sight, like once he's dropped render.
Oh,
he
yeah.
just vanishes.
But I didn't move, and I just watched him go, so he ran all the way back.
So he ran all the way back. This game, I think anybody with an interest in video game dev and like programming and stuff should play this game just to kind of get an idea of like how things work, because this game does not do a very good job at like concealing the magic trick from you.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of instances.
Some places, and I talk about how that is done, like, cause like.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There are definitely some cases, and the ones that you point out are really good, where you're like, okay, this is how this effect is done, and I think it's good to highlight those. But I also think that if you're attentive and patient enough, like, and you play this game, you can see things. You get to see how you get to study it and like see how it works, and I think that's kind of fun. I don't think it's bad. Like, I'm not saying it as a criticism.
Did I? Let's see, that's the head boy camp.
Heavens alive. It's a bloody fortress.
I'm trying to remember. Did
You
I
go up
miss...
this thing on the side there?
Did I miss something,
Right.
or is the thing with the church and the ruining the suit after this?
You can do that either before or after, and the head boy in there will have a different line based on whether your suit is ruined or not.
Oh, let's go fancy suit. Arthur doesn't want to part with it. His uncle got it for him for Christmas.
Alright, well,
And
before
I'm
you
pretty
do
well
that,
buttoned
turn around.
up. I suppose I can wait here till they throw a party for the whole neighbourhood. Or find a cleverer way in.
Head boy fight tonight. Who will end up in the ring? Head boy fight. That's right. A fight to the death. Ding, ding.
Ding. Yeah, that thing on the left over there, if you go up the stairs and then climb through the window, there's a dig spot on the other side of that
Ooh.
ledge. To the right of where you're going right now.
Like,
Out into the field. Right or still. Look up a little. There you go. See that thing, that building right there?
oh, hey, yeah.
Climb up the stairs on the other side and then go through the window.
Oh,
And then the dig spot is on the other side of the field.
nice. Oof.
Which you can see them in your maps, like have a good idea where they are without me just like trying to walk you
Yeah.
through them. Barrow Holm is like that first level in Vice City that I can recite from memory.
Hello? It says it's here, but...
Look at your map.
Yep. Should be right
Turn
here.
around. Turn around slowly.
I think
There.
it's... I think?
A little to the left. And look up a bit. You're always looking down. There you go. First rule of games is look up.
I was searching through the grass. Was lost in the weeds. Head boys. Fight, fight, ding, ding.
Ding ding,
Let me in,
motherfucker.
let me in, 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 let me in. Okay.
Really intense, like, urge to get in there, and then...
Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now.
Here we go. Entry forbidden.
I
Octun.
used to get food from across the bridge. There must be people out there.
Oh, Arthur. You got a big storm coming. Yeah, all this is gonna go away. It's okay, I'll get it later.
I'll give it back to you. Well,
Yeah.
you'll get it back from them.
It's about semantics, really.
Oh, let me get my health up before this, though. Before
Just
they
don't get
take
hit.
all my stuff.
That's a good idea.
I've forgotten how to navigate my menu.
It's, there we go.
Oh, you know what? I may be stupid.
You can do
are
it
you
from
trying
either.
to... I've just
either of
never
them.
used the
I
quick
feel loads
bar.
better. Percy was never wrong about a thing like that.
I just really think, like, the whole thing, Percy, it's like after he remembers, you know, it like haunts him. I really don't think Arthur haunts Percy in the same way.
No,
It's more of
Percy
like,
just...
you know, when you had a rough childhood and you've moved on and have your adult life together, and it's like you don't think about it all the time because you've got your adult life together, so you just kind of like are like, oh yeah, my family was a mess anyway.
Percy's also just not sentimental that way.
Yeah.
I honestly think that Arthur's presence and always, like, I feel like that enabled Percy, and, like, without him, he did have to start learning how to talk to other people, and...
Yeah.
Where it's like...
Well, and Percy really
We
looked
could
up to
never get
Arthur,
in
so I
here.
think it would be something that he could manage. You know, he'd be like,
Yeah.
hey, what would Arthur do in this situation? You
Yeah.
know?
Like, I think Percy definitely would, like, learn how to mask better, I think, without Arthur. And also just learn how to generally, navigate things in a way that is not distressing to him as best he can.
He'd get through it.
He'd get through it. Yeah, he's resourceful. And then hopefully find some people who like him just the way he is, where he doesn't have to try and be all proper society social things, you know, and can just...
I really think he would have gotten along just fine in Germany, because Germans are like
Germans are just like that, man. They don't talk to you unless they have to. It's very, like... They don't like strangers, like...
They don't like when you say things and don't mean them.
They really... Oh, the German tourists. When an American says, we should do this again sometime, they do not mean that.
Sometimes we mean it, but we don't mean, like, let's fucking make a...
Yeah,
like,
we don't mean
crack
let's
open
make
our
a plan right
agendas
now. Yeah. Like...
I guess I have to take that elevator. I hope no one notices.
Oh, Arthur. So naive.
so
I
foreboding, it's
I
red.
sure hope no one notices. Ooh, up or down? Gee, I wonder.
It doesn't matter.
Uh-huh.
Love elevators in video games.
Lovely day, Fred.
A lovely day it is. Not many people get this far. It's sort of a test. Someone who gets this far usually puts up a decent fight.
In the arena.
I don't suppose there's some way I could be more useful to you alive.
I don't know. Can you juggle?
Well, I can write a lovely poem. I won a prize in school.
Nah. We've already got a bard. First, put your things in that box. It will leave
Already
you
got
there
a
to
bard.
starve.
We don't need a poet, too. We already got a poet, and he sings.
Nope, they're just gonna, alright.
Yeah.
Gird thy loins for the moment of truth, for it is upon you.
Consider these loins
he's like-
girded.
I like that he's like, if you've made it this far, you'll usually put up a pretty good fight. But, like, there's no reason to look at Arthur and believe that he'll put up a pretty good fight.
I mean, compared to Wastrels, he's pretty well constituted thus far.
That's fair, yeah.
From CEO, according to his wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the Arthur, King of the Parade?
The king of the parade.
Head boy rules. For little George's initiation, he has to 1. Win an arena fight with a tourist. No fair fighting, wastrel weaklings.
Yeah,
2.
see, he's a tourist. He's got the constitution.
Fresh meat only. Steal food not looted from a dead body. 3. Sneak into the village and steal a bobby hat. Maybe make it the red bobby hat. That's the fight I'd like to see. 4. Clean my leather jacket. 5. Stop being a dull wanker. Oops, I guess little George might not be head boy material after all.
The hazing, I know that the other hazing rituals are like insane out here.
Especially is.
See, that's the special line when you have the
Hey, in the other corner.
Oh, Danny.
Danny
doing so much.
The plagiarist.
Oh, Danny boy.
Bloody hell! Arthur Hastings?
Look at
I'm
this
sorry,
special boy. Only wastrel with a proper suit.
Of course you know me. You got me sacked from
And
the
his little bow tie.
Yeah.
But like he's
I don't
ditched the
remember that.
undershirt.
I don't work there anymore. You thought one of my articles was
They call it a
insufficiently
vest.
original.
Even though it is not a vest.
You've lost a bit of weight. To be fair, you did copy my piece line by line. Who gives a shit, Hastings? A newspaper's supposed to make you
I've
feel
always
good.
held the
Nobody
opinion that who gives a
remembers
shit
what they
Hastings
read.
is actually a very
I
valid
don't want to fight
position
you.
to take in Wellington.
Feeling is music.
Who gives
There's
shit
only one
Hastings
food for the
is
winners, see?
like, that's a meme in the office, you know?
Yeah.
Gives a shit Hastings.
As soon
Newspaper's
as
supposed to
somebody,
make you feel good.
as soon as somebody complains about like some bullshit in the office, they are immediately Hastings. Like they didn't make that joke when Arthur was around, obviously.
How badly do I
Kill the
want to kill good
plagiarist.
old Danny?
Well, you
Have
heard
his
the
guts
people.
for
What if
garters.
we knock some sense into his head instead?
And please pick the lethal one. That's cheery.
Oh, you don't want to be the ghost of Arthur's future over there.
He's got to come on strong with that lead pipe.
Don't
You're gonna want to
fuck
block
it up.
that.
Yeah, they didn't
That's
offer
meme
me
in
a
my
lead
house right
pipe.
now.
Oh my gosh,
have to
there we go.
blow. I'm
I
glad that
clicked
that's
I
safe,
clicked
yeah.
block! I clicked block!
This video game is incredible.
Try shoving him. He'll drop his guard.
Oh.
Alright.
There it goes. It's not responding well. Oh, this game. Oh, I'm trying.
Try shoving him. He'll drop his guard.
Why are your batteries dead? Like, what's going on here?
Sleep.
Here, we're just gonna
Trying to
block a little and
execute
then. Oh, I realized I was hitting. I was hitting
yeah.
E. There we go.
I did not realize he could break his lead
Ellie.
pipe. It's amazing.
I'm a gamer.
Fight that long.
You were just torturing. You were just playing with him. You're giving him the rope.
Looks like the throw is down for the count.
What have we come to?
Pick him up.
Yeah, yeah. Give him a kiss.
2, 1. Let's
Then you can throw them at them. And
Yeah.
Get
the
the
Blues
objective.
have a chance. If you lost your bet on Defoe, now's your chance to have a double or quits.
Hold on, watching. Hey. Oh. All right.
You can still get it. You just have to pick them back up and throw them at her.
I gotta like lure them away and then run over.
Let's see if she'll break her club.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Now we're just doing this way. Oh. All right, we can do this. All right.
Oh, you
Arthur.
have a thing. F.
Yeah, yeah.
You have a
Can
healing
heal
bomb in your
yourself?
pocket.
Yeah.
Use it.
I'm trying. All right.
It's in the pipes.
Good old fists.
The old reliable.
To disagree?
Oh.
Arthur, you are free to go. It's been a
Take her
real
branch.
pleasure having you over. Catch you later!
Don't fuck it up.
I didn't.
I don't know about all that.
I won.
I was pushing E!
Let's all wish him well on his journey.
I've got a sinking feeling.
Yep.
See, what's fun is that room that guy's in is the room with the modeling thing that you're about to go in to get the medals.
Nice.
It's all recursive.
Oh god, this on.
They reuse the area.
Not the same area, is it?
No, it is.
Oh, wow.
Because, like, it's all one set piece, right? And it's
Yeah.
all, like, interconnected. And that's just good, like, map design to make you utilize less physical space and retread the area in a different way than you already had seen. Like, a lot of Victoria's DLC is about that.
I got a lot of rotten carrots.
You can make things with them.
Yeah.
That potato should be pick-upable, but it's not. It drives me insane.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'd do if I was able to mod the game?
You'd
I
make
would do
that
the same
potato
thing that I do
pick-upable.
in New Vegas and get the stuff that's like trapped in the level and just push it up a bit so that it's there and
Wonder if I can
grabbable.
pry it loose. I'd need a jimmy
I would do
bar.
so much stuff, but that's definitely something that I would do. That and all those like sovereigns that are in the fountain at oh, what is that fucking Dogberry Park?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of sovereigns in there. You
And
can
you
get
can't
most of them.
pick them up.
Yeah, I would go in there and just like adjust them a little.
Ooh, alright, we've got some... And stay down, you plagiarized hack!
He's so...
I'm going to
I
have to
bet I could
convince him
pick
to
up
lie
Danny
down.
and throw him at
stay
whoever I'm
down.
fighting next.
And here I always thought violence was the last refuge of the incompetent.
You wouldn't think that.
Oh, how am I going to get out of Wellington?
He's such a
Wells?
pompous ass. Like...
He really does... Well, now I'm hitting R when I should be hitting E.
He occupies that kind of like particular character where they have no self-esteem, and yet they have like an inexplicable ego.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. Alright.
You gotta buy your skill point.
I do love stealth.
It's that one.
That's the one I want.
That's the only one you can buy.
I better figure out how to get rid of him real quiet like. I definitely don't want a crowd.
Yeah, taking him down to V-Town.
Here, we'll just put him on. He passed
Could
out
stuff
on the
him in
toilet.
trash can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there we go, there we go. Let's get some water. Let's check. Ooh,
I
healing
like that
bomb.
the water is still pink even though it's not laced with joy out here.
They only made the one asset. You gotta cut him some slack.
No, I know. They're
Let's
very efficient
make-
with their assets in this game.
Oh, nope, still can't make clean bandages. Damn. Stinky.
Need bandages for.
Just don't get hit.
Yeah. Skill issue.
Try sneaking past the hooligans in this room.
There's only one in this room, so.
The hooligan singular. Let's get...
This won't hurt a bit.
Beth was like, oh yeah, I really like the stealth in this game. It's not bad.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
Yeah.
Like, I will say, as far as, like, stealth games go, I am comparing this to Hitman unfavorably because you can't go into third person, and that is very important for, like, your spatial awareness in a stealth game.
Hello? Alright. Unsearchable chest. Duct tape. If only I could get this much duct tape when playing as Sally. For all
You can if you know what you're looting.
Yeah. She needs them nappies.
DJ really wants to be the one playing right now.
We're taking our sweet time.
I'm not rushing you. I want you to grab everything.
DJ's shaming you. That's, you know, she's...
Oh, yeah, yeah.
like,
you're not rushing, you're just...
Oh, you totally missed that cloth in the sink. I bet if you had that cloth, you could be making bandages.
Oh, I
but,
can make dirty
know.
bandages right now. I just can't make clean bandages. Oh, what do we got? Be the best side of you. Put on your happy face. Alright. Repair kit. That's good
That's
stuff.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I got cloth scraps.
Thank you.
But yes.
Wait, did you search the sink itself? You would have missed that rotten mushroom.
Very important rotten mushroom.
It's really important to be looting like all kinds of shit early in game because eventually you're gonna meet Mrs. Pankhurst and she's gonna ask you for those shredded raincoats and you're not gonna have them unless you've been looting the entire time.
Okay.
They want you to throw a bottle to distract one of them.
Yeah.
Which you do 3 and then F.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure where I want to go first. When I want to use them. What if I'm just good at the game?
There we go. I can
That'd be
feel the house
ideal.
right there.
That's a possibility.
Look at him just getting showered in motoline.
Motoline, pure resublimated dimotoline. The fuel of the future, now.
Well, if you're gonna do all that, you could climb up those pipes and then go.
Oh yeah, I can
across
go
the
through.
rafters
Yeah.
and into the room. But you might as well throw a bottle while you're up there and get the additional objective.
Can do it afterwards. I don't want to waste my bottles though. I guess yeah. If I let's see.
You don't need to worry about wasting your bottles. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, I forget how many. Just how many. Hey, yeah, alright.
And I said that because I think if you grab these medals, you won't be able to do that objective. But since you did it, it's done.
Yeah.
Guess I can go to that hamlet and give that chap his medals, and he'll give me the card I need to cross the bridge.
Don't forget the other bottle and the duct tape.
I'm getting to it, I'm getting to it. I can't take that teacup. No tea for me.
No.
Okay.
And there's more bottles all around the floor here. Since we're worried about bottles.
Let's see. Hello?
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
right,
that's what
the
I
power,
said. The
yeah.
guy is standing here and he's waving goodbye at you. And in the background is that modeling hallway.
What if I just killed these guys?
If you throw a bottle at them, they might start bleeding to death.
Or, here's an idea, right.
And I mean, yeah, you don't have to sneak around you can just choke them out. I always do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What was that?
No. Just keep going, keep going.
What was that?
Oh, not both
You have
of
to
you.
give him like a second to respond.
Get out. And don't come back.
Who did that?
They may be stupid.
They are stupid, but like you also have to like when you throw the bottle and then they like hear it, you have to wait a second for them to actually respond to it. There's kind of like a lag on several elements of the game like that.
Who did that?
I'm gonna split these guys up.
Just throw a bottle in their face.
Riveting gameplay. Oh, Arthur, does your tummy hurty? That's rough, buddy.
You probably got some currants in your pocket.
This won't take a minute.
I think the other guy saw you.
Yeah, it's alright.
Throw a bottle in his face.
I got a better idea.
I sniffed you out.
Oh, shoot. I forgot that one was occupied. Oh, a rotten potato. He'll calm down. He'll get over it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, that's a good one. Babes, who are you talking to? There we go.
Please don't make a fuss.
Yay!
Absolutely done.
And... Oh, yes! Shower!
That's killing you.
Yeah.
Sure is. You know, it occurs to me that, like, Arthur, when he sees the modeling and he does the, like, modeling, you know, the dimodeling, like, little quote, is he not, like, doing an echolalia thing? Is that not autism behavior? Have we considered?
That...
It's easy with easy.
Yeah.
I think that's everything I had when they jumped me.
Yeah, it runs in the family.
One on the subreddit.
What?
I said drop that headcanon on the subreddit. Like, not only is Percy autistic, but Arthur is too.
If I crouch, I bet I can disappear into those bushes.
A different kind.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, right, I'm still in the camp, damn.
You are not concealed yet. There you go. You gotta be in the yellow flowers. That guy is gonna take a piss in a second, and you'll be able to get him.
Yeah.
If you are concealed and not, like, fucking...
Oh, where's he going?
Standing around with your dick hanging out.
Could be as you are by the latrines.
It's a little... Yeah, we're gonna have to... sneak.
Well, in the meantime, you could get this other guy who's also going to take a piss much more reliably.
It's nothing personal.
Ooh, somebody saw me, somebody saw me. Shit, shit, shit. Nobody here. Don't worry about it.
Nothing personnel, kid.
Well, you're not my problem, I guess.
HR assassin.
Don't worry about it, kitten.
Yay, yay.
Yeah, the trouble is when you kill like a guy out in the middle, these guys just stand there and stare at him, so they can
Well,
be,
no, that's perfect.
They don't ever move.
That's perfect. For me.
Oh, please don't struggle.
Yeah. Ooh. You know what? I think Arthur's a little hungry.
He could be.
Yeah, one of those will fill him all the way back up.
Yeah, all he needs is a little handful of berries to subsist on. Let's see. Is there another guy? There's another guy.
Oh, that's the guy who's taking a piss.
Oh!
Stealth in this game is amazing.
I know. Ooh. I will, thank you.
You know, I was going through all of the music files on my computer the other day, and like there was something that my computer did not recognize.
Oh,
like
right
the
there.
default like native app did not recognize on my computer. It was like unknown artist, unknown album, and I was like, what the hell is this? And I click on it and I listen to it, and it's the music from this game by like the Make Believes.
Oh!
It's me.
What would
Which I-
y'all say is your hottest take about We Happy Few?
I don't know if I have anything scorching.
Lukewarm is still warmer than cold.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I'm gonna let DJ go first and let
Yeah.
that inform what the answer I'm gonna give. So I feel like DJ has a more planned out answer than I do.
I'm gonna go with my belief that Sally doesn't consider what Mr. Hastings did to be rape and doesn't blame him for that situation either.
Oh, we're going there.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you on
Actually,
that.
that was what I was gonna say. So yeah,
I mean, yeah. You said what is your hottest take? That one is molten.
yeah.
That one
like
is.
it's and it is that thing of like I don't think what he did was right, but and that's like there definitely was like an issue I think with like the power dynamics there in a certain degree of like her feeling like she did owe him for taking her in. But I don't...
Sure, yeah.
But I think there is a distinct difference between that and, like, intentional coercion. And I think there's a difference there between that and, like, rape, you know? Sex can be fucked up and not great, and sex can be really fucked up without it being rape, you know?
Yeah, there are situations that I consider in my own life, like, without getting too personal, where it's like, I think if I had explained that to somebody, they would have been like, oh, well, you were taken advantage of in that situation, and I like, me personally, I don't feel that way, so, like,
Yeah.
I totally believe that.
Yeah. And
There's nothing you need to be sneaking for out here.
Yeah, there's nobody around. Even in my fancy
Stand all you
suit.
Yeah, you are in your fancy suit. You do still need a rock, but... No, I think that's a
yeah. Well,
and we consider, like, the legal definition does not necessarily match what happened with, like, what Sally believes happened, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
And the thing also with Sally, I think that it's not to be like, oh, like a 40-year-old man being a 17-year-old was okay then because of the times, but it's like it had different cultural implications. And there is a certain degree of, like...
at that time, you were considered an adult by, like, 16, so, like,
yeah,
if you're telling a grown-ass man he's got an adorable little beard, then yeah, of course he's gonna think you want to fuck him. So.
Especially his wife just died.
You're living in his house.
You're living in his house,
and
she's kind of taking on a certain degree of that role within the house of being, like, the woman of the house in some ways. Like,
yeah, and again, this is not excusing the behavior.
Yeah, and it doesn't excuse the behavior, but I really do think that, like, he genuinely thought that she wanted to be with him.
Culturally, this is not, like, any like, this would not be objectionable in the way that it is objectionable to us.
Yeah. And I do think there is a certain degree of, like, yeah, some of these things informed the way that Sally interacts with men, that she sees things as transactional, that reaffirmed it for her. And she does consistently go after, like, older men who she has transactional relationships with. And so it's like, I think that kind of informed that to a degree and reaffirmed for her. Each one of those relationships just reaffirms a belief that she already held.
Because what she's like, and, like, we're thinking about this, like, she's, you know, that age gap between her and Arthur's dad is about the same as the age gap between her and General Bing, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Presently. Yeah. So, like, again, not excusable because she was 17, but, like, you know, that is a consistent pattern of behavior with her.
Right. And it's like, it's the thing where I'm like, I think sometimes it gets it gets portrayed as being more distressing for her. There's this big traumatic thing. And it's very clear, like, within the actual, like, narrative and everything of Sally, that was not the thing that was traumatic was losing her place that had been a safe place to live. The thing that was traumatic was, like, Arthur screaming at her, right?
She's making a series of bad decisions in the wake of a huge personal tragedy.
Like, yeah. And it's like...
And, you know, like, the situation that she finds herself in is exacerbating those, actions.
Yeah. And the thing that is her big trauma is what happened with her family. Like, that is the big trauma. And with her mom, you know, suiciding everyone, her family.
That haunts her far more than any relationship she's ever had with a man.
Yeah. And, like, the thing with Mr. Hastings is that it's like, it's that kind of complicated thing of, like, it wasn't considered culturally wrong at the time. It was still a little bit of, like, it's the same thing as, like, you know, like a 40-year-old man getting with somebody who just turned 18, you know. It's a little weird, right? But I don't think that it is just like this black and white.
No, it's like everything in this game. It is morally ambiguous, and you as the player are forced to draw your own conclusions from the information presented to you, which may not necessarily reflect the emotions of the characters at the time that it happened, the emotions of the characters presently about it.
Yeah, like the thing
I think you know,
that she expresses regretting about it is that it ruined her friendship with Arthur.
Yes.
Not that it happened.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not, she doesn't see it as this big trauma. It's the fallout of it that was the trauma. And also it's like, it wasn't a traumatic thing where she was like, didn't want to and was being coerced and he was like, if you don't, I'll kick you out. But she already had that belief herself that things were transactional.
The other day is that she's always projecting these ideas that she has onto the world regardless of what the reality of that actually is.
Yeah.
And it clearly did not impact her future relationships, like in terms of like she's not damaged, like she's not, you know, it doesn't impact the way that she behaves towards Bing, towards Verloc.
Yeah, because she already had that belief, it just reaffirmed it. And I think that's where the real harm in it is that it reaffirmed a harmful belief that she had.
Yeah. If anything, it just reinforced like
what it is too, and like they have the thing about the green gingham dress, right? And that's a dress that her mother bought her because she was, going around and probably telling lots of people they had adorable little beards. And it's like, her mother was right about a lot of stuff, and people don't really want to like acknowledge that either, but like her mother was right about a lot of things, and in that moment Sally probably was like, oh my god, my mom was right. I need the dress. I gotta put the dress on. And then I gotta go.
Yeah. And also, there's that thing of like her mom. It's like her mom was kind of seeing all of this, but then to a certain degree, it felt like from how she talked about it in the conversations that we hear about her mom, between her and her mom. It's like her mom wasn't willing to admit that she had any fault in Sally believing these things, even though her mom very much kind of
in that time, like her mom believed that these things were the way that they were, and
exactly.
That she was imparting the wisdom that she would be able to, succeed in life. It's the same thing now as like when our parents would tell us we need to go to college and we gotta and that has done us no good.
Yeah.
Because the world has changed way too much.
Yeah, and oh goodness, has the world here changed?
Like
finding out that your parents are fallible is very it's very traumatic, it's like it's
yeah.
And I think there comes a certain point where you do realize, you grow up and you realize, okay, well, my parents may not have been right all the time, but they were doing their best.
Yeah,
which is I think Sally's like right there. She's the part of playing through Sally's act is being on the cusp of realizing that maybe mom had a point, maybe it was really hard, and maybe staring down a world that you're not sure that your child is going to survive is something that I need to like because she's experiencing that with Gwen,
Yeah. And that's one of the things it's kind of, she has all of these ideas of how she's going to be such a good mom to Gwen, and I think in some ways she will probably be a slightly better mom to Gwen than her mom was to her. But
as long as she doesn't kill Gwen, then yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, then it's like, but that doesn't mean she's gonna be like a good mom, and there's gonna be different problems.
She realizes that especially as her act ends and she's leaving Wellington Wells,
learned nothing at the end of her act.
Well, she's the only thing that she's able to take with her is the thought that she's going to do her best, that she has done her best up until this point, and she is going to only be able to continue to do that. And it may not be the best thing for her. She may damage her daughter in the process, but it's the only way to survive.
Yeah. And also I think that the part of what makes what I will say of Sally's ending, where if you read it at just a pure text level, the most basic reading of it, it's oh, girl escapes the evil men in her life, but really it's but that's not really what's going on, I've seen that kind of take on it, and
that's interesting. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, exactly. Where I'm
where people would get it, yeah.
Right. But really, it's so much of what Sally is. Obviously, Sally's being faced through her whole act by the consequences of her own actions, but at the end, it's she is finally making a decision to really just to be her and her daughter face the world, fresh start, and stop the whole thing where she's no more silly boys, and it's and I think that really is huge because that's been all she's done, the way she has navigated the world for her entire life is by using
she's
men.
Saying no more silly boys, but that it's going to be harder for her than she's
saying no more silly boys.
She says it in one of her journals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's but it's a Sally line. You can envision it,
and
she's always talking about how she doesn't need men.
But then she continues to. That is what she goes to every single time when she thinks I need something. She goes to a man, and is "Oh, well, can you just help me with this thing, and I could do this nice thing for you." And I think it's really huge of her to, like, obviously, yeah, it'd be really hard, and you'd have to see if she actually, like, follows through on that for herself, and it's not just an easy no more, because that's the only way she's ever navigated the world.
And like every other ending in this game, it's open-ended.
Yeah.
Do you believe that that's something that she's going to follow through on? You
Yeah.
know?
That's why I'm trying, I need to get back on my freaking post-game fic. Because that's a thing, is her, like, trying to figure that out, and kind of gotta, part of also, I think I've seen some takes of, like, she just needs to be with a woman, oh my gosh, she would be such a lesbian. I'm like,
I don't know about all that.
I don't know about all that, yeah. So I got, like, a grown adult woman who is kind of also in that older age bracket, who is in fact a lesbian, but when Sally's, like, trying to do her thing,
If you were
this older lesbian is like, oh, no,
because she's a child. She's a woman child. She's, you know.
Yeah. She's like, hey, when I said you should.
Just realized, you know, like, man, life is hard. Like.
Yeah.
Maybe I will be kind of a fuck up as a parent. I'm not sure.
Oh dear, let's try not to get killed.
No,
shall we?
that is the hottest take. I don't have anything to follow that up with.
Yeah.
Second hottest take.
What's the second hottest take?
Come on, I
yeah, we've already.
my-
Let's see.
my
We've
shit out
already.
there.
We've already talked about, like, Percy actually being better off outside of Wellington Wells, and
And you didn't
being
even tell us
fine.
who your favorite character was.
All right, here's my hot take. Okay, I think that Sally and Verloc's, and this is something that we've talked about privately, so this won't be hot to you guys, but, like, I think that Sally and Verloc's relationship was mutually abusive in the way that they were just, like, not particular. Like, I don't think, you know, he was, like, abusive to her and it was a one-way sort of situation. I think.
no, it was just very toxic, I think, is a better way to put it. Yeah.
You're right. Like, I don't think they were abusing each other, but, like, I think it was just, you know, she would, you know, like, throw things, and he would, like, and scream at him, and, you know, he'd yell at her, and
yeah,
like, lock her out in the rain.
I don't even think it was that. I think it, like the only actual example we have is him locking her out in the rain, which is very childish, I think.
And she complains about him being callous, him being childish, and you see that she can be callous and childish, and
yeah, absolutely. Well, she calls him, like, a psychopath and whatever, and you know he's gonna turn around and be like, and he's not letting her back into the facility. I think that's reflective of a relationship where, like, they're not good for each other, but it's not, like, it's not a one-way street, which I think a lot of people, the perception is that he, you know, poor, again, another situation where it's like Sally is being mischaracterized as this, like, sort of poor, helpless, like, you know, beaten woman. Like, I don't think it was like
and that's
that
that does such a disservice to the complexity of her character.
I love Sally.
Yeah.
Like,
she's messy, and I love her for it.
Amazing, because they really created this, like, in her. I think she's honestly the most challenging character to reconcile for most people. Like, a lot of people
challenging
cannot.
is the word. Yeah.
Because, yeah, you want her to be one thing, and she is not that thing. She's actually this other, like...
Well, and I think that gets
kind
to the crux of her
reprehensible,
character.
Less, sort of repugnant thing that you don't want this beautiful little Perez's space-age girl to be.
I think that gets to the crux of her character. I think that's actually very representative of the problems that she encounters, is because she is this messy, not one thing. She doesn't fit into any of these boxes. She's not a good representation of female characters. She's also, like, not a good girlfriend, like, in canon. Like, she's...
Yeah. Oh, do you think Arthur was named after Arthur Wellesley?
Wellesley? Probably.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Look at him.
No,
Arthur.
I could talk about Sally all day. She's great.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have so much to say when we get to Sally.
I really do think we should, like, save our Sally discourse for Sally back.
Well, you guys made me. You were like, oh, well, what's your take? You have to talk about it.
And then we were all just like, yeah, that's correct.
Hello? Anyone out there?
Fuck you.
Are you a tourist? You're dressed
I think
like
honestly
one.
Sally is one of the again, like, I think if you're interested in
Must be nice
narrative
to have a
design, I
closet.
think if you're interested in, you know, writing for video games, I think Sally Boyle is an excellent character to sort of study and, like, you know, really look into the
new,
ways in
aren't
which
you?
she's
From
utilized
the
within the
parade?
narrative.
Yes. Well,
She's great.
I feel like they're honestly doing the most stuff with her.
I'll tell you how to survive
Yeah.
your next 5
And
minutes,
that's
and
part
in
of
return,
what makes
you'll
her
give me
so
your socks.
challenging is that they're really throwing like everything at you, and it's honestly it's too much.
But
for most
what's
people.
great about it is it doesn't feel like bad writing. It doesn't feel contradictory to the character.
Not bad writing.
Reminds them
It's
of all the jobs
a lot of
incredible
times.
writing.
No, it's great when
who
a lot
drove
of
them
times
out
though
of
when
the
you get a
homes in the
character where they're
village.
trying to do the
And now
most
we're
with
all
them,
cold
it feels
and tired
it feels
and
like there's
starving to
multiple
death.
writers, and it feels
You
like
better get a nice
maybe
shot
they
Austin with every
and
bit of
rip
the
that to
story
shreds.
tacked onto him.
my uncle gave this to me for Christmas.
But
Well, they'll
no,
rip you
Sally,
to
everything
shreds.
that she does feels consistent. It feels like
be
quote
so
unquote
many.
in character.
Yeah, it's like the latest.
Everything
Groovy
hangs on
nightclub,
something
isn't
else.
it? People get
Yes.
a bad batch of joy.
The
and they
writing
can't
I like
get
this
it
lady,
lovely.
Beryl
and they
Markham,
can't take joy anymore.
because
She's
like
cool, yeah.
So they get chased
she is
about the
incredibly
village.
cool. Because what is she
Been a lot
doing?
about
She's
batches
like
lately.
the ambassador
So
of
what happens if I
Edenham.
rip up my suit? They invite me over for tea and biscuits.
And she's just like, well,
And they
give me
really
your
won't give a
socks and
damn
I'll
what
help
you
you
do,
out.
So long as you don't take things that don't
Uh,
belong to you.
I feel
Or
like
go
my
up and
chapter
punch
about her was
someone
very
in the
good.
nose. Now you can survive the
And
next
now is the
5
opportunity
minutes.
to validate me in that feeling.
Cheerio.
Yeah, you're right. I don't remember what chapter it was, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna take your word.
All right, I see. You don't
No,
remember all
I
the
actually meant
installments of my We Happy Few fic.
I actually meant to reread a bunch of it, and I didn't get around to it because I had other things that I had to do. I had other obligations.
No. You had to write my letter.
Yeah.
Workbench.
No, but I did really enjoy when you were reading them and you were putting reading comprehension questions in my comments.
That's fun. That's fun. We should put a link to the fic in the YouTube video when this goes.
Yeah,
up.
come on,
yeah.
answer the comprehension question. Show me
Yeah,
what you learned.
go read the first 10 chapters of 22 short stories about Wellington Wells.
And answer the reading comprehension
Answer the
questions.
reading comprehension questions
Yeah.
I
My
wrote for
suit
you.
is decent anymore.
Nobody has yet.
I could wear it around the garden
I
district,
think
but proper
if
folk
you
will let me
answer
pay
them,
for
Ray
a
will give
wash.
you a grade.
I will grade it. Yeah.
That's part of
don't think
attending
this
the
chapter-
Low Art Lyceum.
Yeah,
That's your
so
homework.
right.
Something
I
better than
planted
this
this.
house, it ought to be
I
in
didn't even
here.
think about that. I planted this seed 2 years ago when I was doing reading comprehension questions on my friend's fanfiction as a joke.
You don't have to go in here. You have the thing to do it. You can, or you don't.
Oh, I do. I could be making my life easier. I'll take those caltrops.
That's a bit risky.
Sewing
Look
kit.
like a
Sewing kit. That's the
Goldilocks.
good stuff. David Livingstone.
I got your medals.
Thank you. You don't know what these mean to me. To know that some of us fought. To know that I fought. You're probably too young to remember. We stood tall in those days. In 42, we threw them back into sea. Then they came back in 43. It weren't the same.
I hate to be a bother, but the card?
Oh my God,
Across the
Arthur.
bridge?
Right. Oh, of course, yeah, sorry. Forgive an old man his memories. Well,
This guy said like 2 sentences, and Arthur's like,
Got
yeah,
this
yeah,
key
whatever.
card.
Yeah,
Power up the
whatever,
gate
old
with the
man.
power cell.
Give me my fucking
Guess I'm
card.
ready to cross the bridge.
I mean, that's how he is with Sally later as well.
He
Like,
it's
he
funny to
spends-
characterize Sally as transactional, but really Arthur is also
Oh,
extremely
they both are.
transactional.
And that's the problem, is that they're both so transactional, but they both are so upset that the other person is.
Yeah. Well, we hate the things that we see in other people about ourselves.
And that's
you know?
also, it's like, yeah, but Sally always tries to get with the people who are like that. It's like she
Well-
hates that people are transactional, but then she continues to try and be with these men who are transactional. Because she knows how to handle it.
Well, what is she supposed to do? Date some guy who can't do nothing for her?
I like these days.
Yeah,
You're
like a
15.
guy because she really likes
That's
him.
not good, Percy.
Yuck.
You're rubbish at lying.
I was a good lie today.
Who did you lie to?
Mrs. Boyle.
Mrs. Boyle came here?
See, this is
Face
great.
was
He
really
lied to Mrs. Boyle. He talked to
Her
her
voice was like
by
mine when she was
himself for
angry.
one fucking thing, and then he
And
lied to her
I
ass. That's incredible.
You would ask me why she's angry.
Why was she angry?
Good job, Percy. Proud
I
of you.
decided that she was angry. But I decided that she was angry.
I'm always
because
proud
you
of
were up
Percy.
in the tree next to Sally Boyle's bedroom window last night at 8:15 p.m.
Oh, bloody hell. What exactly did he say?
I told her that I was in the tree.
Oh, Percy, that's very bad.
No, Arthur, it's brilliant.
Why is it brilliant?
She won't make me be in trouble because I'm slow.
You
Because
didn't
I'm slow.
have to do that.
She told me
Slow,
not
but I'm
to do it
crafty.
again. So I promised I wouldn't.
Thank you.
He,
I love you,
at this
Arthur.
point, he thinks Sally's forget what he calls her, but he's basically saying she's stupid. Like, why is he hanging out her window then?
No. Oh. Again, Percy is he is genuinely so sharp.
I should say that Percy is my favorite character in the game, but unfortunately my favorite character in the game is Verloc.
Oh,
Percy's
he's such
like
a
close
fascinating
second.
character. Oh, Percy's great. And I feel like that memory especially really shows that, like, he is so sharp, and he's aware that people, you know, he's being called slow.
He's using his position as, you know, people have this preconception about him, and he's using that to his advantage. It's incredible.
Mm-hmm. And it's that thing where it's like, you know, he has a little trouble with words, a little trouble with speaking, a little trouble with social conventions, but he's so sharp.
And it's very, like, you know, people who do have, like, people who are like Percy, like, they're aware of that. Like, there's a lot of cases you'll find where people use that to their advantage to, like, you know, in, like, the instances I'm thinking of, get away with crimes, but, like, you know, it's reflective of, you know, how society treats these people, that, like, it's like, okay, well, there's a certain amount that I can get away with because, you know.
I think Sally wrote this.
Fuck Verla.
Sally's never been to Barrow Holm.
She goes to the Garden District to get herbs and shit.
She goes to the Garden District, but she doesn't go to Barrow Holm.
That's the one place she doesn't go, actually.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
in
you're
the Garden
right, you're
District.
right. Damn.
And lots of other people have reasons to think that Verloc should go fuck.
It's a Verloc fangirl, and she's just like, this is her bucket list.
This is her manifesto.
Yeah.
This is
Single and ready to mingle.
They heard that he
thing.
and Sally were through, and they're like, all right,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
My time has come.
That's what, when he answers the door, he's like, you have to be more specific, because he's like, there's a girl here to see you.
Well, yeah, I love that line
holding
because
would
because
come
it
to this,
dovetails
did we?
nicely with that magazine that Gemma has. He's single, ready to mingle.
At least we're alive.
He is not ready to mingle, is
No.
the best part of
No,
that.
but like she wrote that thing, or I didn't write it as Gemma writing it. I wrote it as Marianne Evans, but she wrote the article, and then all these girls are fucking coming to the thing, knocking on the door every day, asking if he's home.
Mr. Kite?
Love Mr. Kite.
Oh. Actually.
I think it's appropriate that my favorite character is Verloc, because DJ's favorite character is Harry Hayworth.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yes.
By our powers combined, we can create the worst fan fiction known to man.
I apparently had been missing this one.
Really?
Yeah, I just got an achievement. Somehow.
Wow.
Yeah. I feel like I've read this note, but it might have been on the wiki, I'm now thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. For friends of Mr. Kite. Welcome, dear. I know the house doesn't look like much, but it's safe from doctors and bobbies. No decent person from the village comes here. The wastrel population has swelled. Try to look and behave like they do. They resent that you could take joy if you wanted to, while they cannot tolerate it. If they see you in fine clothes, or smell that you have had comfort and good food recently, they will become quite agitated. Best to blend in. If they think you're an unfortunate like themselves, they'll leave you quite alone. Unfortunately, hooligan gangs have also realized the Garden District is out of the eye of the law. The head boys have a lair on the island. Do take care. They prepared a cozy attic warren for my favorite rabbit. Wait, I've prepared a cozy attic warren for my favorite rabbit, but she might have to jump around a bit to get in it.
Getting away from it all,
Jump
1964
around like Chris
edition
Cross.
by Mr. William Kite. Some sort of travel guide. No one travels. Which means
Shall
this
we
is
talk about
something
Mr.
else.
Kite?
It seems to be a guide to survive.
I mean, what is there to say about him? He's deliberately meant to be one of those mysteries that you cannot get any
No,
closer
I
to.
know, that's kind of why I was like, you know, a lot of people are like, what does he do? Who is he? Like, you know.
Like, that's part of the mystery.
Except the mystery.
Invent your own story. Write some fan fiction.
Yeah, right?
Any mushrooms? Nope. Okay.
Or read Amy's fan fiction if you're, you know, not creative.
Oh. Sorry.
Though I suspect if you've gotten this far, you're creative enough. If you've watched to this point.
Oh, I need a safe cracker for that. What if I just... Oh, okay. Bye.
How did we get in there?
Go back where you came from!
You're here.
Oh!
About, like, smelling if you've had food. I wonder if that was supposed to be a mechanic.
Hide and seek on you.
There we go. Alright, alright.
I don't think so. Doesn't sound
Oh,
familiar. I think it's
gosh.
just
No,
like,
it's,
you know how like
but it's an interesting line nonetheless, because the other one is meant to hint like, okay,
Arthur,
well, you need to
Arthur.
blend in. Don't-
Come on, Arthur. You can do this, Arthur. Ooh, porcelain.
Don't encourage him, it just puts pressure on him and he'll fail more miserably.
Oh! There we go. Coarse linen, love to see it. Pointy stick. That coarse linen's gonna come in useful.
You're here. I know you're here.
what?
I don't have a safe cracker.
What do you need to make one?
You don't have the plan for it yet.
Yeah.
Oh, you couldn't even if you tried, if you had the material.
Please just lie down.
Usually, I have enough safe crackers to get both of those safes by now, so I'm wondering if there's maybe one in the head boy camp that we missed.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we're really not wanting for materials in this game, let's be real.
No. You'll be fine. You're having an easier time than most people, like, I think.
I've played this game a lot. I've played this game more than the average sane person would, which is not completing it.
It's true.
Yeah, I almost kind of want to open up Steam and see like what the achievement
this.
rates is. I know there's several very easy achievements that like less than 1% of people have, because it's like
Yeah, I'm trying to get out. I'm trying to get out. Please, let me out. Are you finally not blocking the way? All right. Whee. All right, everybody. I'm gonna skedaddle, I think. Fuck your... What does that say?
Poncy flows.
Poncy.
Wait, turn around. Did you get that crate?
Yeah, that's what I was coming up here. See, ooh, my Jimmy bar broke.
Oh no.
Yeah. Whatever will we do?
Oh, there he goes. Ooh, he's a sleepy boy.
Well, a good thing to do would be to go back to the hatch and clear out your pockets.
Yeah, do some crafting.
Again, yo.
There's also a house that you did not loot right here.
Yeah, I was hearing that. Ooh, I'm not
Possible
trespassing.
safe crackers in here too. Is there anything in the sink?
I already checked.
A lovely rotten potato.
Like actually in the
I'm
sink
not sure I want to
physically.
eat it. Oh, God. That smells
There you go.
awful in here.
I
I think there's a cabinet under the stairs.
No one knows this game like DJ. I remember. Oh God, I remember. I remember.
No, I don't suppose I'll do it again for months and months and months. I sang the wise old owl, and he left
Song anywhere else in the game?
so I don't
No.
Diary of Reginald Snell. I'm not a downer. There's no excuse for those people. I'd take joy happily if only I could. Oh God, I wish I could without puking my guts up. How could joy work for years and then cruelly stop? I miss the butterflies and rainbows. Must think of the butterflies and rainbows, not the horrors that push into my head. Tuesday. I miss Hamlin Village. I strain my ears for the sound of Simon Says across the water. Growing up, I couldn't wait to get out and see the world. Now all I want is a cup of tea and to stop feeling. Thursday, I think. Slept all day yesterday, or maybe 2 days. The gray blurs into itself. Friday. The flowers in the garden district mock me, bursting with color in the place of misery. Why do they cast us out of the village? What's it to them if we can't take joy? It should make them all happier, knowing they can. Saturday. Oh God. Oh God. I remember what we did. That's really rough, Reginald.
Yeah, it's gonna get rougher.
It's fun that he muses about, like, why, you know, why would they kick us out, you know? And then he realizes on the next line, like,
yeah,
why they kick us out.
It's also a thing, though, that, like, maybe you don't know this yet, but you're gonna find out that, like, part of it is if you can keep your fucking cool and be, you know, not a nuisance.
Yeah,
nobody
you can just
does care if you can't take joy.
Yeah. Nobody really cares as long as you don't freak out.
Saboteurs
You have
swing.
to not freak out is the trouble.
Victoria's letter. To the editor.
Oh, this one's fun.
I must vigorously disagree with your recent editorial regarding the vigilant action against the saboteurs. These selfish parents attempted to destroy the registry of children so that their own would not have to be hostages. Their actions were a slap in the face to every family that has sent a son off to war. We must all do our duty. By long English tradition, cowards are hanged, to encourage the others. Surely saboteur cowards deserve no better. Miss Victoria Byng, Appleholm.
She's like, I love this letter because, again,
God,
she's like 15 at this point.
knackered.
Like,
Yeah.
what 15-year-old brown-nosing child, like...
The daughter of Sir Robert Byng, that's who.
Yeah.
The Eau Courante. To the editor. Enough with the bleeding heart editorials. The agitators that were hanged had it coming. If they had destroyed the register of children, the whole town would have been destroyed. Stick to reporting the football scores and save the editorializing. We don't need police looking for every Tom, Dick, and Harry who took care of those outlaw parents. What are the police going to do? Arrest the whole town? George Thomas Howe, Colonel, retired.
I need to write that chapter. That chapter.
Yeah, where's that chapter? I'm tapping my palm,
Yeah.
pointing at my palm.
The Tommy Cranmer and the Lashfords chapter.
Let me up.
Where's any chapter? Where are they,
That's terribly
DJ?
romantic, isn't it?
I don't know, man.
They had each other until the end.
I'm looking inside myself.
What if I...
I got all distracted with our trains.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Don't worry. Here, I'm
My
gonna...
trains, like, our trains are
I'm
pretty
gonna put them down somewhere.
That's a
Also,
good
is
idea.
there a bed in here? That's for me to sleep in. I'm just gonna take them down. It feels...
Yeah, it's respectful.
Here, I'm gonna put them next to each other. Oh,
On the floor.
I need that bed. I'm knackered.
You're gonna wake up with no shoes on. Oh, a canteen.
That's a good thing. And taxi! Taxi! Thanks to a bit of British ingenuity, the Belpet brothers, who were too ill with measles to take the train last week, were able to join their playmates after all. General Bing's office dispatched a taxi driver to the youngsters to Bristol, where they arrived just in time to board the German ocean liner, taking them to Bremerhaven. It was certainly a challenge to find a working taxi in these times. Oh, that's not right. It was certainly a challenge to find a working taxi in these times, notes the General, but we must all go above and beyond. The Eau Courant wishes the Bell-Pit boys a bon voyage aboard the St. Louis. I really am like, this is one of those things that just picks my brain, because you just put a couple of little kids who probably are still contagious with measles in a small confined space with a bunch of other children.
Illogical warfare. It's being
sabotage. They were like, yeah, whatever you're gonna do with those kids, they're not gonna survive.
Let's see you do it with British measles.
We should just let's just let him go. Let's just go off, King, sleep. 23 hours, he needs
22
it.
hours. That sleep deficit was just ridiculous.
How you feeling, Arthur?
Oh, he's got darts.
Yeah. Nice.
Darts for dart's sake.
Yeah.
What have I got here? I think better to have... Oh, no!
It's
there we
darts.
go.
You'll get another one. Don't
I
worry
will,
about
I
it.
will. All right, fresh as a daisy.
That is an Arthur reaction, though. Like, he accidentally throws a dart, and he's like, no, my dog.
Where in dog's name am I going to get another one of those?
Yeah, exactly.
Fill up your canteens.
Yeah, let's find that water station, huh?
It's at the end of this corner here. To the right. The other right.
I'm seeing if there's anything here.
It's fun to watch somebody else deal with DJ's backseat gaming.
The eyes, oh god, the eyes. How many of these do I know I have at least 3. They should all be filled now.
And you should take a sip while you're here, too.
Yeah.
Yum, yum.
Tasty, tasty. Ooh.
Did you loot that corpse?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I got him last time. I'm gonna go look around and see if there's a safe cracker. If not, then I'll need to go back to this to get that safe later. Though honestly, there's probably nothing in that safe that I so desperately need. Yeah, I know I'm trespassing.
I know it's like...
Did you loot the, I don't think you can get back into the interior of that.
Yeah. But I did get everything.
Did you loot the platform thing that the guy was standing on?
Up here?
There was a toolbox and, like... Yeah, there was the chest and then there was the toolbox on the other side.
Empty.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Yeah. It's also possible that you just happen to have consistently spawned safe crackers.
Yeah.
We were playing Fallout 76 earlier, and DJ was like, well, I'll just get teddy bears off of the Scorched. I've never seen a Scorched holding a teddy bear in my life, and she got all 3 of them off of Scorched today. Like, she just has that kind of luck.
Okay, so I can go back in here.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
I found the magic pixel on that hatch.
Yeah, I know, it didn't show me one for quite a bit, but I'm wondering. Yeah, I can't pull that again, so. It may just be that you've just gotten really lucky with your spawns. Yeah, everything's been pretty searched. So... And I know I've searched everything there, so... Ooh! Yeah. I think... Imagine if I pulled that.
I think you used to, at a point, you were able to do that, but you can't now.
Like a thing that you could do if you wanted to, like, just get rid of stealth and, you know...
Cause a ruckus, yeah.
Brawl. Yeah, yeah. Confusion and delay.
Confusion and... delay. Pigeon.
Oh, I'm glad we don't have the soundboard in here.
I missed some bobby pins. Yeah, no safecracker.
Ah.
Damn.
Bad luck.
They all woke up and wandered off. Like, we're not getting paid enough for this. Oh. Don't hurl there,
Yeah,
buddy.
they were Union.
Yeah. I was talking to some classmates who've been working on a film shoot that is not paid, it's volunteer, and the director has just been treating them all terribly and like just setting unrealistic expectations with unrealistic time frames and all this stuff, and half of the people quit and the other ones are basically unionizing where they're writing up a list of grievances and like
It's amazing. Dox them right now.
I feel like I couldn't dox them without doxing myself, but but yeah, they were explaining what they were doing.
Imagine being like a little Caligula on like your volunteer film set.
Yeah, like
some people will use any excuse to grab power.
Yeah, and they were telling me about this, like what they were doing and their list of grievances and the way they were all had a private little meeting. They were all talking about it, and I was like, "Oh, so you're unionizing?" And they thought about it a second, and they went, "Yeah, we are."
We are. That's fun. It's powerful to have language in your pocket, you know? Like, know what you're doing.
Yeah, let me steal this guy's stuff. He doesn't need it.
There you go. There's your safecracker.
Hey.
Hold up. Oh, I just got it, didn't I?
Yes. Also, the phone.
Okay, I'm gonna... Oh, Arthur, of course you're hungry. Let's get down to
It's a
something.
lot for a skinny guy.
Oh,
maybe he
fresh
hasn't
carrot.
hit that age where his metabolism slowed down yet.
He's been running around a lot. He's been having a rough day.
Yeah.
He has not been having a lovely day for it. Was it in this? No, it was in the kite house.
Yes. Will you put that
Hey there,
bottle
buddy.
away, please?
Wait, I'm trying to remember how.
3 in the Nev.
Thank you.
Blocking my view.
Oh. Let's find that kite house. Did I go in here already? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Anyway, everybody should, like, no longer want to kill me, so... Hi, everybody.
This too shall pass, I suppose.
Sometimes you just have to eat rotten things. That's life, isn't it?
That's life.
That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, don't worry about don't mind me. Don't mind me.
Did you know Sinatra didn't perform New York, New York until the 1980s?
Ooh,
wow.
wait, 12
or 2.
sovereigns.
The song is from 1977, but he didn't perform it until.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm
next
leaving.
decade.
I'm leaving.
Like, all those guys, like, shared the same... They all, like... That's how they became jazz fans.
Yeah.
I did.
They're all
all
sharing the song.
Long.
I'm over that fence and they'll be gone. They won't be able to get you.
Ooh, let me through. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. That's what I need.
This is for the benefit of Mr. Kite. The rabbit got into the garden. The rabbit got into the garden.
You know what?
Sounds like some sort of secret message.
That means if that just happened, that means Arthur came in, stole all of the stuff that was left for her in the safe house and got everyone riled up about intruders.
I don't think that did just happen, though.
Yeah. It probably was... Oh, yeah, because she got the message to somebody else, and then that other person got the message to...
I added that. I think, like, the implication in the actual text of the game is that Prudence is leaving these messages herself, but I think there's a lot of...
I mean...
think that's not true.
Yeah, I'd never bought that personally. Like, I think that there's...
Sense logistically.
No. Well, there's also a lot of things logistically that don't make sense, like, canonically in the game, that just because of the way that it was written.
Yeah, I have a whole timeline where I, like, I basically made the, as janky as the game is, and the fact that you're working with, you know, unreliable narrators and stuff.
Memories, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
I did put together a timeline based on the hardcore, the indisputable events, the events that take place in everyone's acts, and things that catalyst things between characters, and I kind of put together a rough timeline of events in the game.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Let's see.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily have to be about Prudence either, because the implication is that Mr. Kite is calling all of his little, like, projects rabbits, so that could be anybody.
Yeah. Let's see, canteens are good. Sewing kits are very good.
I wouldn't mind one of those.
At this point, though, I would grab the Flash, personally. But at this point, like, I think 3 canteens is pretty good to be going with, and you've already got however many sewing kits. Like, you need to, like, keep an eye on how many of those you have, because you were never going to use as many as you pick up.
Alright.
Oh, wait, you know what? This is a great place to talk about my feelings about Barrow Holm, which is that this is the place... When they first invented Joy, I think Barrow Holm is where they would dump all the people who were a problem. Because we have this gate here, right? And it's got the rules for returning to the village. They're on the wall next to you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense if, like, the Eelpie, because Eelpie is also Garden District. So at some point, Eelpie was still, you know, it was the Garden District, but it was still accessible to the people from the Hamlin.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what the How to Be Happy book says, is like that, you know, you're allowed to go out in the Garden District. There's even, like, attractions out there.
Yeah, there's stuff for you to do. You just need to, if you want to come back, you gotta behave. Like,
yeah, but, like, once the and I do believe that Sally's strawberry formula is what causes all of these problems. The
impurities.
People the impurities. People having in not being able to take it anymore, and also people forgetting to farm.
Yeah,
like,
because they were having to. They were running out of ingredients.
Yeah,
and so it is different.
Well, no. It is different, but I think there's like I think some people, I think you can't mix them, and you also can't, some people just have intolerance to it.
Yeah.
Especially since they could be allergic, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that the strawberry is the catalyst for the actual, like, the problem
because
getting so much worse.
Before strawberry, people were still farming. People were still, like, functional, in a sense. And then strawberry happens, and strawberry has to happen. So, like, it's important to remember that, you know, Sally didn't do it because, you know, like, evil machinations.
Yeah, she's
or
not
whatever.
Yeah.
She is saving Wellington Wells, quote unquote.
She's kicking the can down the line, is what she's doing.
Yes. You know, without strawberry, you know, there is no joy, which is, you know, functional collapse of society.
What I'm saying is Barrow Holm was always, like, once joy was invented, it was always this place where we dump the people we do not want in the village for whatever reason. And then when strawberry is introduced and the problems intensify, they have to relinquish Eelpie to this as well, because there's too many downers and they don't all fit in Barrow Holm.
Yeah.
There's definitely,
and I think it makes a lot of sense with, like, what kind of the security measures differences between them, because this one is very, like, kind
it's
of
minimalist.
It's minimalist. It's
Bloody
thrown
hell,
together.
I've forgotten about the revolvers.
But it implies
If
that
I
when
go
you're
through
on the
without
other
taking
side
my
of it,
joy, I'm
you're
gonna
done.
get
You've
spanked.
taken your joy,
I
and now
don't
you're
like
ready
hell
to
when it
go.
lets me out.
Yeah, you're ready to come back, but there's more garden district on the other side,
Yeah.
which doesn't make any, like, if you're trying to re-enter society, you don't want to go that way.
Right.
But you have to.
But it has the... Yeah.
No,
Remove
I mean,
soiled
like,
garments.
before-
Enjoy a tepid
before
shower.
Strawberry.
Put on tidy clothes. Spritz on some scent. Peppermint of roses. Papa
Ugh.
Joy. Watch Uncle Jack on the telly. Play a game. Yeah, that
No, what I'm
completely
saying
makes
is that,
sense.
like, they didn't have the Salamanca Bridge at this point. Like, this was it.
Yeah.
And this was all you really needed. Like, there was a guy, because there weren't that
Well,
many
and it
people.
sounds like, you know, they at a point were welcoming people back. Like, actually, like, why go through the trouble?
Well, they
of
are
doing
still
it?
now.
Yeah. Technically, like, they were at a point. I don't think they are presently, because I don't think anyone's actually crossing back over.
They let Arthur
now.
through, technically, but he... Oop.
He has to break the rules in order to actually
gotta go up in that
re-enter.
tower.
No, what it is like once he's actually in the test, they are genuinely hoping people get through there. It's just that the constable keeps breaking the bridge.
Oh,
or
we
rather,
can't
the
get in
bridge
there.
keeps
Okay.
breaking down on its own, and he keeps leaving it broken because, like, genuinely, it's not worth the time and hassle of trying to get people back in. Ooh, you are playing dick with the environment.
I was seeing if I could get in there, but I think I would have to ghost if I was.
Yeah, you do. And there's nothing in there already. Looked.
Yeah, that's what I was checking for.
I already looked.
Look, it's a tower with a ladder.
No, I know. I looked in there.
Thing.
Ooh. Arthur almost got spanked. I almost said, like,
down.
for a second
And
I was
off to the
thinking,
train
like, not in a fun way, but I think there is no such thing as a fun way for Arthur.
No, he wouldn't enjoy that.
No, I think he would cry.
Yeah.
When did it all start to
Do not put this man in a BDSM relationship.
Don't put him in a relationship, honestly.
Yeah, real.
He could be in the most vanilla relationship and he would still, like...
He'd fuck it up.
Yeah, the repression is strong. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I love this part.
So good.
This is where we hang them, isn't it? They broke into the police station, tried to burn the register so the Germans wouldn't know which kids to take. We didn't want the Germans to be angry, did we? We were so scared, or maybe just so tired, so we hanged them to encourage the others. I wonder if we'd made the Germans take the kids by force instead of bringing them down to the station singing London Bridge, if things would be different now.
Oh.
I hope that's
See,
the worst thing I remember.
I find those guys
Just the
really
chap heading to the train
fascinating.
station.
Yeah.
Because we
Oh,
have
lovely memories
a
awaiting for me there.
documentation of all the children
At
who were
least I can get
supposed
on
to
the
be
train
leaving,
tracks there and get the hell out
and
of
none of
town.
them
I
have
just
the
need to
last
find
name
the
of
train
Lashford
station.
or Cranmer.
I want to be able to see
So
them.
whose kids were they actually like trying to save, if not just the village's kids?
Well,
These
and
aren't
that's
their
Victoria's and that's Victoria's claim, was that, like, they were just doing it to save their own children, but there are no Lashford
They don't
children.
have children.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I still find so fascinating with Arthur is that Arthur was a kid, right? He was like, what, like 12 or something?
Yeah.
And
he was 13 on the dot.
Yeah, he was 13 on the dot. He still says, we did this. When
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
he did,
one of
collectively.
he was one of the
Yes.
kids who was going to be taken away. But like that's what the whole culture in Wellington Wells is all about, is like that collective shame and that collective need to forget that collective shame.
He doesn't exclude himself, even though he was literally a child.
Yeah. And it's like, Arthur, you were one of the kids who was going to be taken away. He didn't have a say in this. He didn't choose. I mean, he did make a choice that kept him from being on the train, right? But in terms of like the grander scheme of what was going on at the time. He didn't have a say in what was going on politically. He didn't have a say in what the town was doing. He didn't hang... He wasn't a part of, like, these mobs that hung everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
No, because, again, he was a baby. Like...
Yeah, yeah. And there's very much a difference between the way that he thinks about it and the way that Sally thinks about it. Because I feel like Sally is very much like, oh, well, this is what we did, or like, this is what Wellington Wells did, this is what people did. Whereas Arthur very much, like, internalized that sort of corporate shame.
Yeah, Sally feels no guilt about it.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, Sally feels no guilt about anything, so...
Yeah, fair. You got me there.
When Sally is a child and she's remembering Mrs. Boyle telling her, like, bringing her to see these people hanging from these ropes,
Yeah.
she's like, we need to take them down and take them back to their home. Her feeling is that, okay, we've done this, now it is time to, like, move on from it. We need to be respectful of these. If they're such heroes and shit, why are you letting them hang like that? They're gonna rot. This isn't fucking Antigone. Take them home.
Yeah. And then, very shortly thereafter, her mom
chose what she thought was
best. Yeah. And I think that also is something in that we'll have to get, well, it's like, again, it's like Sally, but
yeah.
I think there is really something in her mom, Sally, being like, well, why did she leave me? And I really do think there's a degree of, like, her mom thought she could take it.
I think that, but
also Sally just wasn't home.
Well, she says, Sally, you're strong, you're not like them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there's also a part of Mrs. Boyle that would feel that her family is more perfect without Sally in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's... I agree with that as well. I think both can be correct. I think she's like, well, you know, Sally's tough, Sally's strong, and she obviously felt no guilt about it, you know?
Yeah.
The way that Sally doesn't feel guilt about anything.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, we have reached a new island.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've been going for
this. Why don't you find the hatch and then then we'll call that a stopping point.
Yeah, there's people in my house that are going to sleep, so.
There we go. It's right up that way.
Right down the road. Easy peasy. It's easy with squeezy.
Walk along. Oh, this hatch, yes.
The mastermind hatch. Wait. Go back out the window.
Cables coming out of that painting.
Got the box.
Why does that bookshelf look like?
And also, you have to go through the other window anyway.
I wonder if it's some sort of secret door.
A Stygidator. If you go through the window on the other side, you have to turn the electricity on. Yes, there.
You gotta do this little puzzle.
You gotta turn the power on at the puzzle first.
Yeah. Loose screws.
Turn the wheel.
Oh, you're not a bloody mule. Pick what you can carry easily.
Okay. What do I not need? I don't need this extra rusty shovel. I don't need
You can sell that.
Why don't you do the pocket thing?
Do the what?
Yeah, you have a pocket. Do you have
the
a pocket expander?
Do I have another
pocket
one?
Expander.
I already used it.
Scroll up. It's in the right there.
Oh.
There you go.
There we go.
Now you can pick your rusty shovel back up.
You gotta drop some stuff, Arthur.
No,
Alright, never mind.
That thing's heavy.
Nice. Drop the branches. They're not worth as much.
Nice try.
All right. It's all right. We're almost to the hatch. We're almost there.
Yeah.
No rush.
We
blasted this long.
Arthur, you're not a bloody mule. Ooh. Now that is useful. So look, I'm looking in the sink. There's nothing there.
Wonderful. Did you check the toilets?
I hadn't even moved to the toilets yet, so. Oh, right.
This room is more built towards the survival mode.
Yeah.
Because this is where you would find a boat capacitor.
Jammed. Back in. Wrong window. I do love the way that the, later when I have joy, I might just do that just to... The, Oh, Arthur. Let's see. Am I... No, I'm trying to... Oh, wait! I've been walking the wrong way. I'm walking the wrong way. I may be stupid.
A classic misdirect.
There we go.
No, I've definitely also done that too. Don't worry about it.
Ooh. Read. Enjoy my little puzzle. Silly, I know, but it keeps the plagueies out. Choose a symbol for each button. Check with the lever. If you get it wrong 3 times, the puzzle resets. Oh!
It would just be too ridiculously easy.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Do not open. Well, don't mind if I do.
Don't open. Dead inside.
Ooh, I can buy stuff.
You have to turn the power back on.
Yeah. But first.
Hey, when you were in Barrow Holm, Hatch, did you throw the switch on the door?
I did.
Okay.
I don't need 8 of these in my...
Not only do you not need 8 of them, but your pockets are going to just get full with more of them because of the way the game is coded. You could put the Roman berries away, too. Those are only used for crafting, really.
Yeah. Just put all these crafting things away here.
You can also push E to move most of those crafting things.
I already got
all
most
the
of
way.
them. Yeah, I got all the bulk stuff that it would automatically move for me. That's why I don't see all this scrap metal and stuff in there. Alright, let's power this place up. Ooh, ooh. Proper shoes. Nice.
There's another plan on that.
The help. And...
Right. There you go.
caltrops. Alright, some good basic things here.
Making lockpicks at my
Chemistry.
then.
Yeah. Empty pill bottle. Yep. And the power is on.
Good. Now I won't need to cross bridges to get here.
Wonderful, wonderful. What do we have for sale?
So much to choose from.
More flash? Oh my gosh, 28. I don't think we need that much. Ooh, I do want to get some antiseptic, actually.
I'll be off now.
So that I can, hopefully... Can I make... No, I need a plan for the sanitized bandage, don't I?
Yes.
Damn. Big spot. Nice. Let's see.
That's your container. Yeah, there
Every
you go.
time. every time.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think we've done the rounds. And I think it's time to nighty-night ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
You know what I'm gonna
thank
do.
you everyone who watched. Thank you everyone who will watch in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks for showing up.
Yeah.
Listening to us ramble.
I'm
it was a lot of
gonna
fun.
step
already
outside
looking
so that I
forward-
remember what we're doing next time and that I'm not supposed to be in that hatch.
I'm already looking forward to the next stream.
Yeah. And
too.
next time we will actually be properly streaming on YouTube.
Fingers
None more
crossed.
of this
Where we
Twitch
belong.
nonsense. Oh, it's gonna be so great.
Oh man, I dislike Twitch so much.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Also, you kind of have to record separately from the upload. It doesn't automatically like save it for rewatch. And the whole system of it is, I think, just generally a little bit less accessible if you're just a casual viewer. But yes,
Casual streamers.
It's true. All right, thanks guys.
You want to save? Yes, I have saved. We have returned. And all right.
See you guys.
Good night,
next
everybody.
week.
Well, thank you so much for watching. We look forward to streaming again next week, where we will continue on Arthur's act on the next island of the Garden District. And you get to hear more of us just going off about various We Happy Few related tangents. All right. Well, everybody have a wonderful day, and we hope to see you again next week.